What is going on, people? Welcome back. Only Fact Sports. You know what it is, bro. The pollen is killing me, so I've got a little nasal strip here because I've never used these before.
Yeah, you're looking like a cricket player called Shandapur.
No, but I can imagine he's Indian.
He's cool, yeah.
yes, I can tell by the name. But no, man's not injured. Man ain't got bucked up on the roads by AJ or anything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just literally, or the Tank can't beat me in a street fight. But yeah, so do you know what I mean? Like AJ is at least bigger than me. Tank's a little man. But what LV General? I'll tell you, I'll see him at Box Bar.
Yeah,
about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here, man. We're here for the big fight. Jaron Boots Ennis against Stanionis. We've just seen a bit of a destructive, not the destructive knockout because it was like a big knockout blow, but it was a destructive performance. You know what I'm saying from the Uzbek Guyasov against the Argentinian Ocampo.
To be fair, it's mad because, as you said, you ain't fighting no man with a.
Bro, like for those of you that don't know, Guyasov, who just won this fight, his daughter sadly passed away. Rest in peace to his daughter. And I just said to Shane, bro, not even on a banter thing, yeah. I ain't fighting no man in the ring whose daughter just died. I'm not on that. Like, or anyone close to them just died, but especially a daughter for a man. I'm not. I'm not on that.
We're at that stage, bro. You just throw caution to the wind, bro.
Punches that you would normally throw that would hurt him ain't gonna hurt him.
Facts.
The level of will
that he's gonna go to, you can't go to, bro.
There is no greater sport that pushes and tests a human being's willpower and desire than professional boxing.
Facts.
And you're just not trying to
the
trying
pain
to go in
that
there.
He feels. He's gonna feel like he's supposed to feel it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna feel like now this,
especially as he's from the Muslim side of Uzbekistan.
Yeah,
them man are already tapped. Do you know what I'm saying? So no, they are, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So like you say, like any of that pain and stuff, like where man should normally be getting tired, he's not going to be getting tired. Where you might normally break him down, you're not going to break him down.
Got additional incentive and motivation. That's the long, fam.
Yeah, bro.
That is just long. This is a heads up, yeah, and I'm going to say this maybe about 50 times in the live. Hit the like button firstly, but the most important thing is we need your assistance. We don't need your assistance with money. You don't need your assistance.
I do.
Yeah. But the most important thing is with comments. It is currently 1:30 and we have 2 more fights before the main event. 1:34. So we need your assistance with comments. So anything that you guys want us to talk about in this interim in between fights, we're gonna need your
because man is tired. Bro.
We're tired, bro. Like we're tired. So the more you speak, the more we speak, the more it's easier for us to stay awake. If this live is dead and you guys are dead in the comments, we will be dead in response. So this is me keeping it real, bro.
Shout out AT, man. Big up you, man. It's too late for man. I'm a like and cut. Hit the likes. Yeah, shout out to AT, man. Have a good sleep, bro. I appreciate that.
Keeping it real, like there's nobody that's up right now that's covering this fight. The only people that's covering this fight is people in America. So
how long till the fight starts? Your guess is as good as mine. We've got 2 more fights. We've got a fighter who's fighting his second professional fight, and then we've got Ray Ford, and then we've got the main event. So the second professional fight I'm going to predict, is it probably a 10-rounder?
Maybe like even less, but it's going to be ending quick. It's going to end like the first 2 rounds because Amari Jones, I was going to tell you, like his first pro fight ended in the first minute and a half. That was on the Belanga undercard.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be the next thing out of America, the next big prospect that's coming through. You know, obviously Eddie Hearn's now signed him, so we'll see how that goes. You know, I remember when like prospects that came out of the amateurs, like Olympics and all of that, they would either sign with Al or Bob. That's literally it. Now you got.
Well, we were talking earlier about the cultural side of who you signed for, and Eddie's done a good job of infiltrating the black community. How do you think that he's done that? How do you think that that's happened?
I think what he's used is the fact that Al Heyman and Bob Arum are 2 people who like control. And he doesn't mind conceding and openly saying, "You're my boss." And you know how white men are. White man can just appease black man and make their ego feel good, innit?
Yeah.
Like Bob Arum ain't saying, "No, black man's my boss," and Al Heyman definitely ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? With Eddie Hearn, yeah, you're my boss. You're the one in charge. I work for you.
Politician, basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Politician.
At the end of the day, yeah, we serve the people, and I feel like some people just like that. You know, he puts your logo on the poster to make you feel like you're part of the promotion, but really and truly, he ain't really doing nothing.
Yeah.
And he's the one with the control, but he just makes you feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We heard from Edgar Berlanga a couple of weeks ago where he's like, "I don't want to work. It feels like I'm working for Eddie and I want to work with Eddie." And I'm like, truth be told, you listen to Eddie's words.
Yeah.
Eddie's the best talker in boxing, bro. You didn't follow Eddie's actions. This is a guy who owns darts. He owns snooker, and you expect this guy to let some little man tell him what to do. He might say that, but he don't believe that.
And you can. I think with Eddie, you can. The opportunity is there, but the reality is you got to be a certain level of fighter.
Yeah, like
if you're a Bivol, if you're a Canelo, if you're even Bivol, you're only just kind of on the edge now. 80 said, Nick, you go into the Madrid game because anyhow you do a watch along and some fuckery occurs, you must be on the watch along and not at no box park or whatever. That's Pete, bro. I was supposed to be at Box Park still. I've been invited back.
Yeah.
With AFTV to go Box Park, but AT's not having it, blood. He's like, he wants us streaming on this channel. But I'll let you know.
You just go from this channel, watch on AFTV, and just say only facts sent you, innit?
Yeah, 100%.
But you man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe 100%. Button, hit the like. Yeah, I need to emphasize this. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. But more than anything, comment, because we need your help. I keep saying this. I want to sound like them African kids on the advert.
AT, there's not going to be a comeback. There's not going to be a comeback. There's just no way. There's not going to be a comeback.
Yeah, junior middleweight's a great division.
Nathaniel's here calling us a bottle job, bro. I swear down, it rubs me up the wrong way. Yeah, when Americans start using like English patter, like. How's Americans telling me as an Arsenal fan we're bottle jobs, bro?
Be a bottle job, though. You lot beat Real Madrid.
First of all, when did you man even learn this lingo, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Americans don't even speak English properly. You man skipped English and jumped straight to slang. Do you know what I'm saying? Just learn proper Queen's English, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll come to slang later. Do you know what I'm saying about I'm a bottle job? Allow it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Your keeper's a bottle job, Nathaniel, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? United.
Oh,
exactly.
Let's not talk about that.
Exactly. Good luck with the Watchalong, lads. Smash the like. The comeback thing is hopium from man, but word to Robbie, believe. Yeah, I hear that, bro. Big love, bro. Big love. Do you want to box one? I can put you on the list.
No, I'm not going to no Arsenal game.
You wouldn't come to Box Park anyway.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm not into the backup.
Bro, this guy don't want to go nowhere that isn't like his yard or a bashment rave. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Anywhere else, I raves no more. That's the maddest thing.
Since when?
Bro, I haven't been in 2025. I've not been.
That's only 4 months.
Rave.
That's only 4 months.
I haven't been to one dance or rave in 2025.
Wait, what does that word say?
This is what I'm talking about with Americans, bro. What is this? Bolo. What, bro? And you're talking about speaking English. What?
I don't know what he's trying to think. Nathaniel, spell that out, bro.
Yeah,
Nathaniel, what is that? Is that the slang in Ohio now? I don't know what that means, bro.
Come on, bro. You got.
Nathaniel, have you ever been to England, by the way? I'm just curious. You've been to Ohio, you said.
Oh, sorry.
Brother.
I just had to check something because I thought I missed something. Have you been to Ohio before?
Yeah, I think you said you've been to Ohio before.
I've been to Toledo, Ohio.
We're seeing some of the training and the media stuff for the little Boots Stanionis documentary they did. Ugh.
This is what I'm telling you. We need your help. Keep the comments coming.
Normally, I'm not the type. Normally, it's him, you know. But this is the first one. I'm proper tired because I got up. Obviously, I was on AFTV today, so I went all the way over to AFTV studio and streamed. And then I came all the way back here, made some food. And then, yeah, bro, next thing I knew, Shane was like, yeah, I'm on the way. I was like, fucking hell, bro, already.
For me, this is the thing. I had a nap, when I finished work. And then I made sure, as soon as I woke up, I came here. Because in my mind, I couldn't leave it any time because I know the thing is, I'm acclimatized to staying up and waking up for boxing. I've been doing this my whole life. So for me, there's a period of time where it gets real tough.
Do you know what it is for me, bro? I got back from AFTV at like 8:40.
Oh, raw.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, you were turning up in like 3 hours. So I was like, bruv.
Yes.
If I go to sleep now, I'm not waking up.
Facts.
I'm finished.
You're not even waking up to answer the phone. And I had a feeling that you might have done that as well.
Yeah.
But there's a time period. Like, you see, 11, 12 is calm. Even 1 is calm. You see, from about 2 to about 3:30, that's when it gets hard. That's when the eyelids start getting heavy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I kind of have to...
Nathaniel said, I ain't been to England yet, but I have been to a lot of the pubs around here. Nathaniel, let me tell you something, Shane's Jamaican, so Shane's going to say he don't go to no pub,
Yeah, I don't.
But, bro, in Ohio, it's not a pub, bro. I'm not having it.
You don't have bars.
It might be a bar. It's not a pub. Until you come to England, and you come to England, I'll take you to a proper pub, a proper Englishman pub, No black faces, If there's a black face in there, apart from us, it's not a real pub.
No.
Proper...
No, you always got that one black geezer.
That'll be us.
But there's always that one black geezer with a white wife.
Yeah. The Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah.
You got one Clayton Bigsby in there. So I was there, but I'll take you to a real Englishman pub, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Where man are just gonna, do you know what I'm saying? Just look you up and down and say, where the whole place is gonna go quiet when you walk in. Everyone's gonna look at you like, do you know what I'm saying?
Mad thing.
But it'll be good, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Proper pubs. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, it is what it is. Just looking at what's coming up. 7th of June, Wardley Miller. I'm excited for that fight.
I mean, they just...
Krasnicki versus Ramirez.
Yeah, I don't even know that. Don't even know if I'm looking forward to that fight. The fight I'm looking forward to.
So you want us to be like my man? You want us to be like this Akin Reyes? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
And you what? What do you mean?
You were just saying like he's a character, like look how far he's got with his character.
No, I'm just telling you. Firstly, he's got the Chris Eubank hairline. You know the tattooed hairline is a bit mad.
Yeah.
And
all that fake stuff is mad, bro.
Yeah, trust me.
All that stuff is mad. Even on gear, like the fake lips and all that kind of stuff, it's all mad, bro. If my hair's going, man would just either leave it or shave it off.
I didn't expect Ryan to be so much taller than Rolly.
Yeah, Rolly's small. He's not really physically small, but he's short. Ryan's taller. For their weight class, he's tall. Yeah. He's the tallest one I've ever. This one's about OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It is as well. Nah, this home's moving mad. How can we have it? Nah.
That's mad. That is so bad.
Bro, the mains... Okay, it's not the main. It's a digital board. Okay, fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, fine.
It's one of the sponsors.
It's one of the sponsors still. The fan just said, we had a lot of It's Coming Home, lads. We always make fun of during the World Cup.
Yeah, fact.
Brother, you man just need to...
Coming home is annoying, bro.
I hear that, but first of all, you man just need to focus on qualifying for a World Cup, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you Americans... I swear they qualified for the last 2 World Cups.
No, I'm pretty sure they were.
They didn't qualify for the last one.
I'm pretty sure they were at the World Cup in
Saudi.
No. So that was
maybe the one before
Qatar, not Qatar.
In Qatar.
Not the one in Qatar. The one before that. Where was the one before that again? Who's the last World Cup winners? Where was the French World Cup? France won. Where was that?
Was it Russia?
I can't remember. It might have been Russia.
Russia.
It might have been Russia. 2016. Not 2022, 2016. Where was that? Was that in actually France? Where was that? Russia. Oh, yeah.
No, that's just a 2016, bro.
No, you put Russia.
Bro, I'm tired, bro.
Where was that actually?
He didn't say Japan. Japan? That don't sound right.
No, that's FIFA. What are you doing, bro? That's Club World Cup, bro. World Cup.
Well, bro, It was 2018, the World Cup. Was
Yeah,
it
2018.
Yes, bro.
I'm struggling.
Bro.
Where was this World Cup?
And where was it? Was in Russia. So I'm not bugging.
Yeah.
It was in Russia. And I'm sure.
Yeah, it was in Russia.
I'm sure America didn't qualify.
I'm pretty sure America was in it.
Have a look.
If America didn't qualify, then it's...
I'm sure they didn't qualify. There's the group.
No,
Group B. Group C.
Y for the D.
Yeah.
You might be right, you know. Yeah, they didn't qualify.
They didn't qualify for the last 2 World Cups, bruv.
Yeah.
Man, talk about it's coming home, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Was born in Ethiopia, grew up in Cleveland now. I hear it.
Fairs.
Big up the man them. Hope you're both well. Shout out 4-0 down.
As I said, we're going to need your assistance and help today. As I was saying, we need everybody's assistance with comments and, yeah, just interaction. Just let us
Did you
know.
drink tea in America?
They probably don't drink a lot of tea.
I'm asking you, did you drink tea?
No, I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't remember drinking tea.
I remember going to Dominican Republic. They made the worst tea ever, bro.
Bro, I can't have people make my tea anyway. Bro.
That's what the girl got offended in the hotel because she went to pour the water and I said, no, let me, you got to make your own tea. She just gave me the dirtiest screw face. So I'm like, bitch, I'm paying you. What are you looking me out for?
Literally.
The boxing's doing what boxing does and taking forever to get round to the main event. Amari Jones, William Jackson is what they're waiting for. Is this them behind? Is this, bro?
Now, this, I presume that this is like in the build up to it, innit?
So I'm saying that's still him now.
No, that can't be live. That can't be live. That must have been time.
Oh yeah, DAZN do this.
Yeah,
they did that last time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they done the same thing like where it was a...
Yeah, because I was like, bro, they just warming up, and the next week was walking out. I was like, bro,
how's
going on it?
Bro?
Man, teleported, bro.
Literally.
Remember, we are going to be live every single Saturday night for boxing.
What's next week? Oh, Ben
Whitaker versus
Ben
Cameron. Cameron.
You know, yeah. As I'm getting closer and closer to the fight, I think Ben Whitaker's got a better chance than I thought.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I think he's got a better chance still.
Even moving the fight from 12 rounds to 10 rounds tells me everything that I need to know.
He's going to box very negative in that fight. Like, just box. And that actually might work in his favour.
But remember, one of the things we spoke about for the main event of this night is Boots. And is Boots under pressure to put on a good performance?
I don't think Ben Whitaker is. I think Ben Whitaker's happy to just get the win and go home.
I agree. But even if he gets through Liam Cameron, like, with an ugly win, yeah, that's going to be so damaging to his ego. He might then try and put on a better performance at his next fight. But his next fight needs to be someone better than Liam Cameron because Liam, and then
they won't. They will bring him back down a level to build his name up again. I promise you, bro. They ain't gonna, bro. That was a banana skin gone wrong. They ain't gonna do that again.
And it's over for him then. It's over for him. He ain't got enough time to be at his peak to build up the way that he wants to build up, bro.
There's a comment from Nathaniel. Boots better be using his...
Boots better be... Man, you read half the comment and just stuff.
No, because you opened it, innit?
Boots better be using his jab today. None of that getting in mid-range and trying to look pretty. This one is a tough one.
Yeah, we spoke about it today. Well, not today, this week. Whether he's going to try and be aggressive and attacking or if he's just going to put on a clinic. Spoke to my brethren who's actually out there for the fight. He's been doing all the interviews in the media for this fight. He's mad close to Boots and that. Shout out to YSM Sports. He was talking to him today and he's like, he thinks Boots is just going to put on a clinic. He's not going to care about putting on a performance. I was like, well, you know better than me. But I think partially he's going to want to put on an entertaining performance. So we'll see.
These ring walks ain't really nothing.
Yeah, not at all.
Whitaker's a fraud. Yeah, I think Ben Whitaker's finished.
Yeah,
I think his career's finished. If he goes back down, bro, in June he turns 28. He's not young.
Literally, that's what I also found mad. I actually thought this guy was at 22. My man is a big old adult, blood.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't much growing pause that this guy can actually do, bro.
So even the time to build up his name, how long is it going to take to build up his name? 12 months? 18 months? How long could it... Do you know what I mean? And the way to build up his name is, he can't fight. What is he, light heavyweight?
Yeah.
He ain't going to fight any of the big guys. So the way to build up his name is to try and get these devastating highlights. That's why he needs those highlight type of skills and that, bro. He's done, bro. Because the level...
people are going to just look at him as food. You know what I'm saying? People are just going to look at him like a guy I could just run over.
A bit like Conor Benn in the egg situation. He's mostly famous now for the toppling over the ropes. That's what you're more known for that than anything else in boxing. So I'm saying everyone knows Conor Benn, obviously first because of his dad, but secondly because of the eggs. So I'm saying man can't tell me a great, not you because you're deep into your boxing, but the average fan walking down the street will tell you that Conor Benn's a good, exciting young boxer, but couldn't name you any of his highlight reel performances. And who was it against? They couldn't tell you. They just know that he's meant to be young and aggressive and good. And
that's why a lot of people are backing this guy. I want to make some money on that fight as well, bro. I'm gonna make some paper on that fight, bro.
Yeah,
because I can't see how Eubank loses that fight. The same.
Laurie thinks that there's he's called it the window of opportunity. I was talking about it today. He said that there's a window of opportunity for Ben to win the fight.
What window was that?
I think early on, out working.
But he don't have power though. So how's he gonna win early? You don't have power. People are like, oh, you knocked Liam Smith knocked him out. But bro, this guy since he's come off the eggs, he ain't got one knockout, bro.
Yeah.
So bro, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But yeah, Omari Jones is about to fight. To be fair, like this is just what you see. You know when you put him against a cream puff just to look good in early.
I was wondering what you had to say, cream puff.
That's what they call them, innit? Like these little tomato cans that you just knock over. It's probably gonna be. Bro, my man looks like he's cross-eyed. Yeah.
That's like Daniel Dubois' long lost cousin, bro.
Bro, my man looks like he's supposed to be playing basketball, blood. Man, no boxer. Man, even like he's wearing a waistband. Yo, them bags underneath my man's eyes, boy. He's like he's moving like us, like he's working on English time.
That's man, they ain't even bags like they're shopping trolley.
Trust me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, everybody watching, please.
Whitaker is a fraud, big facts.
Please, we need your assistance. Again, I'm gonna keep reiterating this point. We need your assistance. We need your help. We need your
William Jackson from Ohio, by the way. 13 wins, 5 losses. One of Nathaniel's people them.
From Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get broke up then, innit? I heard man them from Ohio can't fight.
Apparently he's from Cleveland, Ohio as well.
Fairs.
But Nathaniel said he's not from Ohio though. He's from Ethiopia, innit? Nathaniel said that's my boy.
Yeah, you know him. So you went to the same primary school as he.
The same primary school. Nathaniel's got to be younger than my man, blood. He looks old like dust, blood.
Fair enough. Don't even think they had primary schools them times there still.
Amari Jones from Florida.
Yeah, Orlando. His last fight was actually in Orlando as well.
Yeah. He's traveling more than Boots. It's facts. It's facts. He's fighting. He's come from the south and he's fighting on the East Coast.
Literally.
Deep on the East Coast as well. Atlantic City. He's all the way out.
Yo.
He's bigger than my man as well.
Way bigger.
Alright, Shane's been gassing Amari Jones. Let's see something.
I'm just telling you the context behind the situation.
No, you gassed him. With Chris Mannix.
So done.
Chris Mannix already got his headache.
Did you see with Todd Grisham and Bill Haney? Did you see that?
No.
Did you not see that?
No.
Oh my days, when he went on the zone and interviewed Bill Haney. And Bill Haney's like, you're a piece of shit. You ain't see that?
No.
Oh my days, I will show it.
I'll watch it in a second.
It was so entertaining.
The fact just said, bruv, get your best fighter and send him here if you want to check if we can't fight in Ohio. Who's our best fighter?
Who's our best fighter?
I was just thinking.
Bro, I have to get
send Fabio over there, man.
Yeah, Fabio Wardley, bro.
Fabio would duck.
Fabio Wardley would knock out any heavyweight you got over there.
In Ohio, specifically. The thing is, he didn't even say America. He said Ohio.
No, their best. You know who the best fighter in Ohio is from America? The guy who just got knocked out by what's his name? Jared Anderson. He got knocked out by Bacoli. That's
Jaron Ennis is from Ohio.
Yeah, he's from Toledo, Ohio.
Nathaniel, it's not looking good, bro.
Not looking good at all.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fabio
Wardley would put him in the dirt, bro.
Trust me, put another dent in his face, blood.
Jared Anderson was a hype job the whole time, then, to be fair.
You think so?
To be fair, he got knocked out. But whoa, hey, yo, brother. Did you see that footwork? Bro, did you see that?
No.
Did you see that?
From who?
From Jackson, bro. Bro. You see, he said he should be playing basketball, yeah? Flipping Amari.
Does he look like basketball?
But bro, Amari dropped the shoulder and he just slipped it. Like it was an ankle breaker, bro. It wasn't even a boxing thing. He just watch his footwork. He's slipping over all over the place, bro.
I'm telling you, this guy looks like he literally just like a basketball player, blood. Like he should be dunking.
There was some NBA player at Box Park apparently.
Oh, body shot down. He's done. He's done. Yeah, games. That's the second fight in a row we've seen a body shot in the fight. But I know when a fight is done. I don't even know why you're counting, bro. You're not getting up. When body shots land,
bro,
and you fold over like a deck chair, you're done.
Bro, bro, I want them to show back. They're not going to. I want them to show back the footwork, bro. Amari just did this, yeah. Amari just went like that, yeah. And the guy, his feet, you know, like AJ when he got hit by the bar. His feet just went, bro, like for no reason.
That's funny. That is funny.
I know it's only a second professional fight, but sometimes I feel like
these are disservice.
Yeah, like it's not helping you in any way. Like, okay, if it's building your profile, like I get it from that perspective. Even then, it's not really building your profile enough. Like, because the casual fan doesn't even really know what they're looking at.
Literally.
Like, I don't know. Like, okay, tomato cans, but maybe we need some prunes or some mangoes. Maybe we need some custard or something. Like I said, these tomato cans just
easy.
That's a good body shot.
It's a good body shot.
I look like Cecil, blood.
yeah, he does.
Cecil.
He does.
I like Cecil G, bro.
They're so mad, yeah. I've always, when I see Cecil, I'm gonna ask him like, what possessed your parents to call you Cecil, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like Cecil's a big yard man name, you know. I know an old yard man with that name.
But Cecil makes sense, isn't it? He's half his family's black, isn't it? I think they're Jamaican.
But I'm just saying, it's a big man name. Like I know. Old people the name.
I remember I was walking
like
through
Winston
one time.
And Delroy.
I was walking through Carnival one time with two gal, bro. Two gal I shouldn't have even been with. And I see Cecil, Robbie, and Laurie in Carnival. They're serious. So, bro,
it's one of them ones you gotta just firm it.
So yeah, listen, don't worry about what you saw here. You didn't see nothing here, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Me and Laurie weren't even close at the time. I don't think we were doing boxing at the time.
Oh, sure.
I don't think we were doing boxing at the time. I don't think I knew Laurie like that. I didn't say hello, but I didn't know him like that.
You knew Cecil and
Robbie.
Fairs. Yeah. Yeah, that's a proper prospect still, 22 young. Boy, that is a fight that I'm looking
You want to know who possessed Cecil to be called Cecil? I want to know who possessed Ben to slick back his hair like Malcolm X in 1950. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, slick back his hair like Mel B. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Bro, big one thing. I said... Do you think you are? Do you think you are, bro? Man, like Mel B, blood. He's not serious, bro. He's not serious, bro.
Like a drug cartel,
bro. He is moving like his whole tub of gel was going out of date to use it quickly one time. He's not serious. He's dressed like a 1970s gangster. Not even that. He's dressed like a 1970s gangster's girlfriend. It's ridiculous, bro. Her boyfriend's leather jacket on. You know what I'm saying? Conor Ben is ridiculous.
Just like a pimp, fam.
No, he's dressed like a brass, but he's dressed like the gal. You know what I'm saying? He's dressed like a worker, bruv. How's there slick back like, bro? Fam. What's the yo Jason? You know the horror movie Freddy and Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like Jason, bro. I swear, bro. Wait, that bro with the hair slicked back, bro.
He looks like Malfoy.
Bro,
a black Malfoy, fam.
Bro, Jason Voorhees, bro. I swear down, bro. When he's got the slick back hair. Look at Conor Ben, bro.
I'm looking like Malfoy, fam.
Conor Ben's moving mad with that hair, bro.
Trust me, that hair's moving.
Man said he stopped eating the eggs and the hair just started growing on the madness.
Trust me. My man's got the slip back looking like them people from you ever watch Coming to America?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. On a level, that hair's outrageous, bro.
Trust me, bro. What
Nigel Bench should have slapped him for that alone.
Trust me. This.
You're just listening to Amari Jones do his post-match conference.
I want to hear what Eddie Hearn says, because you know Eddie Hearn always has this thing where he can gas people up.
Yeah, he's a salesman.
Mayweather.
He's a salesman. This is the thing. American promoters have been so lazy over the last couple of years. Like, Just no actual promotion.
It's because the fighters have been so entertaining. Like the actual fighters talk so much shit in America. Innit?
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
They talk so much flipping shit, fam.
That's
Think of people like Adrian Broner. Think of people like Ryan Garcia and
Jarrell
Jarrell
Miller.
Miller and all of that. But they just talk so much.
It's actually harder to think like what. Can you name 5 good quality American fighters in the last like 30 years who don't chat shit? I don't think you can name any. Like, if I'm thinking
Crawford.
Crawford talks mad shit.
Andre Ward.
Crawford's just not loud, but he talks a lot of shit. Andre Ward, yeah. Because when I'm thinking of humble fighters, it's like it's Manny. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not Americans. It's Manny. It's Triple G. It's. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's from Ohio as well.
Yeah, that's why he's the man who was saying that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Cincinnati, stand up. I'll never forget that, bro. I'll never forget that post-fight interview. That is arguably one of the most legendary interviews.
That's the thing with Americans. They're mad entertaining. They are mad. They live their whole life like it's a reality TV show.
Trust me, like flipping love and hip hop.
100%. I lie. Do you know what I mean? But you don't really meet that many that are just like kind of keep it. I think Devin's relatively.
Nah, bro. Devin talks shit as well. But look at Eddie Hearn looking like a jovial witness.
Eddie's about to put the slave on the sales block, bro.
Does Jesus love you?
100%.
Yo. Eddie Hearn standing there thinking that he was actually going to get asked the question. Chris Mannix like, yeah, bro, we got a timeline.
Oh, thank God, Chris, I rate you for that, man. Let's move on, man.
Move on, next fight.
Yeah, next fight, bro. I'm happy about that one.
What's it, Raymond Ford next, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the fight I really want to see. That's my guy.
Eddie trying to get the picture. My man's like, I don't know you.
Eddie's paying them all that money, blood.
Yeah, it's fine.
Raymond Ford is the guy I want to see next still. He's one of the more entertaining fighters that I like, bro. Obviously, he's at a rule like 130, so that's super featherweight, but we'll see. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, everybody in the chat.
Interesting seeing Eddie like shaking his hand and stuff out. Like it looks like a very formal. Obviously, it's a new relationship, but they ain't got that relationship yet.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying. But it'd be interesting to see. We're talking about Eddie's promotion and his ability to get close to people. It'd be interesting to see that relationship blossom. You know what I'm saying. This is random. Do you think Devin robbed Loma? No, I had Devin winning that fight.
Me as well.
I had Devin win that fight by 1 round.
Me as well. I had Devin winning the fight still, so difficult to say. But Flex, I'll shout out to you. As I said, I'm going to say this again. We need your assistance. We need to stay awake, and we need the people in the comment sections to give us entertaining things to talk about. Like most of the people who normally are here, obviously we're working on American time now, so you got to be real good to stay up with us. And most of you lot who are American, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and pretty much just comment what you want us to talk about, bro.
Loma got active very late in the fight. Yeah,
he took rounds off as well. Like he took the last round off.
He admitted to taking round 12 off. Literally. He said it himself. He said it in his post-fight interview.
Yeah, which I felt his perspective on the fight was very inaccurate. He probably felt like he was winning the fight going into round 11, round 12, and I felt like just because you win a round by a large margin doesn't affect the scorecards. 10-9 is 10-9 unless you get a knockdown.
Loma getting active very late in the fight signals to me that he knows he's down on the scorecards. If you think that you're winning the fight, why do you suddenly get active?
You know what it is? Because Loma won his rounds big.
Yeah.
I feel like some people feel like that means you win the fight. That's not how you actually score a fight.
You know, same as football. A tap in and an overhead kick both count as 1 goal.
Trust
me. If you score an overhead kick, it doesn't count as 3 goals. This isn't basketball. There's no 3-point line. So I'm saying in the same way, like if you dominate a round of boxing, unless you knock the person down, it's not a 10-8 round. It's still 10-9. So that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
What slave movie is this?
Some Michael B. Jordan movie. I don't even know.
Black Panther.
It's kind of similar to the Tio fight for Undisputed.
Nah, that fight wasn't for Undisputed, firstly. And no, Tio actually won that fight quite comprehensively. I think Loma was actually quite fortunate to get a split decision in that fight.
I think I saw it a draw or Devin by 1. I think I did say I had it Devin by 1 on the night. But yeah, why people thought it was a robbery, I don't know. But it was almost like
But people want to see Devin lose it.
But it was almost like Arsenal versus Real Madrid. Like, because man expected Real Madrid to win so much, yeah. Man was just like, Arsenal, there's no point even turning up. Just leave it. Even now, people are like, you're still going to lose. There's no point.
No one thinks you're still going to lose.
There's some. We've got some haters out there.
Yeah, bro.
But it's just.
How are you going to lose from 3-0 up?
But I'm just saying, like, the way some people talk about certain things, it's like, oh, you know, Devin's the up and comer, or he was at the time. Loma's this established champion. He's got this aura behind him. Like, Devin might as well just leave it. Like, might as well not even try. Like, that's not sport, bro. We turn up to see things happen that we're not expecting to happen. Like, we both predicted AJ to beat Dubois. Like, we were wrong. That's just what it is. That's the sport. That's the whole point of it. That's why Stanionis is going to win today.
You think so?
No, I think Boots is going to win, but I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough fight. I think it's going to be an ugly fight.
You think so?
Yeah. Pass my glass, please.
You got chocolate in that thing.
In what? Yeah. So, eat them. I don't even like them, you know. Alice bought them for my birthday, but I don't even like them. You can eat. The annoying thing is the menu for what biscuits are which is on the bottom of the tin.
No, but I know some of these biscuits already.
Yeah, I don't even like them, you know. Enough of them biscuits have flipping coconut in there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I hate coconut.
None of them have coconut in it. Nathaniel said, I'm smelling a Tyson Fury return. Yeah, bro. On this channel, we call him Luke Partridge because that's his name, yeah. But yeah. I mean, he's going to come back. He's going to fight someone who isn't AJ. He's going to beat someone who isn't AJ in comprehensive fashion. And then he's going to demand
one bag of money.
£1 billion to fight AJ, something ridiculous. Bro, I've known man like Luke. When you know Grey Man, you know how they move in it.
He doesn't know what grey means.
Yeah, but context clues, man can pick up.
At the end of the day, Tyson Fury is just so boring, bro. Like his life is so predictable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet fighting at 60.
I bet man money. He's gonna come back, and the first person he fights is not going to be Anthony Joshua. It's not. He's gonna come back. He's gonna fight. Who might he fight?
Derek as well.
Nah, bro. Even Derek is like too hard to fight. He's gonna fight someone easier than. He'll come back and fight Joe Joyce. I could see him coming back. I could see him coming back.
I could never do that.
I could see him coming.
Do that.
What do you mean,
bro? Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is coming off 3 defeats in a row, bro.
Do you remember where Chidora was when he fought him the third time?
Yeah.
Do you remember where Chidora was when he fought him the third time?
Yeah, man. Like Richard Hitchens, shout out. IBF junior welterweight champion. He's gonna be fighting Cambosis.
Fury has been in and out of retirement since I was like 4. I lie, bro. He's boxing's Jay-Z, bro. Man just forever retiring, bro. Do you know what he is? Yeah, he's like a mixture of like Jay-Z and Kanye. He set up with the Kanye social media rants and all that mental health and all the rest of it, bro. It's not that deep in it. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's gonna come back. He's gonna fight nobody. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna have a fight, and he's not gonna come back for AJ. He's gonna come back, have a fight with someone, and then he's gonna demand mad money for
one
AJ.
Bag of money, and it's 100%. Gonna be a long prolonged.
God forbid there's a vacant belt out there. God forbid there's a vacant belt out there.
Some long prolonged negotiation.
If the belts are out there, all scattered, and he gets to fight like some Charles Martin or someone like that, or, do you know what I'm saying? A Caballero or Caballero's too dangerous.
Too dangerous for him. There's no way he's doing that. He might even fight Parker.
Yeah, if he fights Parker, just pay him to take a dive.
Literally, guys, one of them ones. Like, this is his brethren thing.
Yeah, he'll pay him to take a dive, 100%.
Maybe he might fight Ngannou again, fam. Or make right that wrong.
Nah, Ngannou's too dangerous for him.
Nah, no way. No way. If he trains properly, he'll beat Ngannou, bro.
If he trains properly.
Yeah.
If he trains properly.
Here's a question. Who do you think wins? Deontay Wilder or Ngannou?
That's a good question.
It's mad that we're having that conversation.
Maybe Ngannou.
That right lands on Ngannou, bro. He's going sleep like.
But from the last 2 times we saw Deontay Wilder, yeah, his entire physical mechanics were gone. Remember, Deontay Wilder never had good boxing fundamentals in the first place. So when he's struggling to land, it's not even like if he resets to if he's in the heat of the moment and he resets to factory settings, his factory settings are trash. Do you know what I'm saying?
He can't even revert back to type.
He could, bro. Look at his legs. He ain't even got the legs powerful enough to kind of get his legs underneath him. If you can rock him, he can't get his legs back because he has no legs. He actually has no
No, but he does have power though.
I understand, bro. I understand that. But so does everyone in heavyweight division. There's no real pillow-fisted brothers in heavyweight division. Even if you say someone's pillow-fisted, they're pillow-fisted compared to an AJ or compared to what. Like, that's the same if Ngannou gets in there, with anybody, he has to stay away from the right hand. That's the same if he fights Zhang. That's the same if he fights AJ. That's the same if he fights anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? But Wilder can't even land that, bro. We've seen him fight Zhang. We've seen him fight Zhang, yeah. Zhang is possibly the easiest person in heavyweight boxing to hit in the world heavyweight boxing, possibly in the last like 10 years. Him and Joe Joyce, the two easiest people, they are the two easiest people to hit. And Deontay Wilder couldn't hit him. He can't actually get his body stable to hit. Facts. Do you know what I'm saying? To actually land the punch. Yeah, he can't. Still. Whoever can get to the punch first wins. Yeah, it's a good shout. Good point. Factory Settings is asking the ref where he is. Big man said, yeah, bro. Bro.
That was funny.
Bro, you're better off just going to sleep. Just get knocked out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just get knocked out. Man are shouting Happy New Year and all this kind of shit in the ring. Like,
yeah, lids. Man, I'll never forget that, you know. That would also go down as one.
Man, them. Alright, cool. Losing moments, yeah. What's the top heavyweight losing moment, yeah? The Happy New Year from Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
The throwing the belts out of the ring.
Oh my days.
From AJ.
This is a tough list already.
The sacking your coach and complaining about contaminated water from Wilder. That wasn't in the ring, but those three.
That's why it's not winning. That's why
those three.
That's why it's not going to win for me.
Those three. What's?
Yeah, it's between the two. It's between the.
Let's say AJ.
I'm gonna say AJ.
Throwing the belts out the ring.
No, it's because with the speech, bro. I'm never forgetting the speech that went.
Man said he only won because his country's at war. What else did he say?
He said, I
grew up with people who nearly went to jail. Which is just
I grew up with people who nearly went to jail.
Nearly is banter.
That is banter, bro.
Nearly in basically any sentence is banter, like.
That's like saying I grew up with people who nearly got pregnant.
That's like you looking at a gal on Instagram and I say, I nearly pressed that. What do you mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean, bro? You pressed it,
you didn't, bro.
AJ the cringiest and Adrian Broner saying he beat Pacquiao. Yeah.
But that was actually entertaining. Like when I was laughing.
The AJ one. The AJ one is entertaining.
It was an idiot thing though.
Yeah, of course, but bro, man, I gotta remember. Yeah, hold on. Let me give you man a history lesson. Yeah. What Eddie Hearn did with AJ is so sick, yeah. Because what he did very quickly is he made him such a boxing superstar. See how like Jay-Z doesn't do any hip hop media? Mm-hmm. He's like above it.
Like a maverick.
He's like a maverick. He's above it. Do you know what I'm saying? And AJ was the same. We never used to see AJ do media. And we just felt like he was too busy. His brand was too big. Like,
yeah, trust me. I sat out of mind. He's like an elusive guy.
Then all of a sudden, he started doing interviews, yeah. I think it was after the Ruiz loss and he needed to do damage control. He started doing interviews, yeah. Brother, this guy, before the Usyk loss, man realized why he never did interviews. Because he couldn't talk, like, bro, he couldn't talk.
It's the fact that when he's
a marginally better speak talker than Dubois. And I genuinely mean that.
No, but I actually think, yeah, AJ can talk.
He can't.
Let me land my point. It's when he has to think. That's when he has to think. Because if I don't know, that sounds mad. But I remember when him and Dylan White was facing off, yeah, he was actually entertaining in that a little bit. Dylan White was more entertaining, but it was slightly a bit entertaining. But when he has to think and actually use his words and answer questions.
Bro, who remembers, yeah, when AJ won a fight, yeah? And they were like, "Are you gonna fight Tyson Fury next?" And he was like, "Let me ask the crowd."
Yeah,
let me ask the crowd. And the crowd was like, "Bro."
Remember when he tried to make the joke, "My back's hurting. I broke my back because I'm carrying heavy boxing." I was like, bro, this guy is.
AJ is the richest, most best looking fucking neek I've ever seen in my life. Sure. I've never seen a 6'5" light skinned brother who's worth 100 mil be a fucking nerd. Like, how does that even happen? That's actually impressive.
Trust me.
How can he be 6'5", light skin, worth 100 M's, and still a neek?
And just still so socially awkward.
A neek, bruv. Like, what are you doing? Like, this nigga is not cool, like, at all. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, big man thing. AJ is Dubois with 1.5 extra brain cells, bro. I think communication wise, I think they're close.
Nah, I don't think so.
They are, bro.
Nah, I don't think so.
They are, bro.
Nah, bro.
They are.
That's a violation to AJ.
No, it's not.
It is, bro.
AJ talks with more confidence. Dubois talks like with a tone like he's not sure.
No,
but other than that,
Dubois
but bro,
like he's got his disability, bro.
Okay, cool. Okay. Dubois talks like he eats crayons. But AJ talks like he drinks the milk out of the juice, the liquid out of a pen. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not much better. Like it's better, but not by a lot.
Man, that coach Rasheem Jefferson, that I was in Philly in his gym when I was in Philly.
Yeah, my man on the left.
The one who's on the pads, right?
Yeah,
Rasheem Jefferson.
He like Allen Iverson.
Do you remember in the group chat? I don't know. I posted a video. It was actually an interview with him.
Oh, good.
We got to call Stevenson as well.
He coaches still now.
Yeah. But when I was there, Shakur Stevenson wasn't there.
Bro, AJ and Dubois sat at a table, and AJ said, "I'll smack you up right now. Like, what you were talking to?" And Dubois said, "You can't intimidate me." And which one of them was right? No. Dubois didn't sound confident, but deep it. Which one of them was right though? Do you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? AJ's good at sounding confident.
You know what's so mad though? The fact that AJ didn't say I'll punch you up. He said I'll take this chair and slam it around.
Bro, but what I tell you about fighting? Bro? That's what I said about if a man stand opposite me, if a man has to take drugs to beat me, or if any of these things, bro. If me and you, if I'm arguing with a man on the road, yeah. If I'm arguing with a brother and he tells me I'm from these. This is something Americans love to do, but man do it in England as well. If you start telling me what ends you're from, I'm already winning the fight. If you start telling me who your brother or your cousin is, I'm already winning the fight. If you're taking performance enhancing drugs, I'm already winning the fight.
About your past.
If you tell me about your past, I'm already winning the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? If you tell me anything, if you start talking about weapons, I'm already winning the fight. Do you know what I'm saying? You were talking about anything that isn't fighting. Like, are we fighting or are we not fighting? Do you know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Because if I get into a situation, man, I'm just fighting him, bro. We're not anything else is irrelevant. Like, why am I telling you like where I'm from? What's that got to do with anything? Like,
yeah, I'm just from Americans do it bare.
That don't make no sense. I can't stand that, bro. Someone from O Block killed 20 people, and now you are a neek, and you're a nerd, and you're trying to sit here talking about I'm from O Block, but you didn't do any of the things that made O Block O Block. Like, allow it. Like, what are you talking about? If you were really somebody on O Block, I don't really know who you were.
Remember when Stormy said you're not bad, your area is. Remember?
I'm not comfortable quoting Stormzy bars on this channel, but yeah. Man said Stormzy though.
I just remember he said that line.
Yeah. No, I hear it still. You're not up on rap though. You're not a good rap analyst. You got Wretch in your top 5. Mr. Wasabi says Stanionis gonna win. Stanionis gonna win. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out. Yeah. The gal I'm dating is a Scouser as well.
She ain't no Scouser, bro.
She is.
He ain't from Scout. He ain't.
No, he's quoting. I think he's quoting. Is that Liam Williams?
Liam Smith.
Liam Smith. I always mix them up.
Liam Smith got knocked out.
That's the joke. That's what the fact. Look how tired Shane. Look how tired. That's the whole joke. He's quoting someone who was a Scouser and said, "I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out," and then got knocked out.
I'm tired.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Who said that, Nathaniel? I feel like it must have been Liam Smith. I always call him Liam Williams.
Liam Williams come from Sheffield. Stanionis gonna win. You believe that? Tell me why. Why do you think he's gonna win, Mr. Wasabi? Why is he gonna win? I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight.
Do you remember? Yeah, they used to ask AJ basic questions. Do you remember AJ's line? You see how Yard used to have this line as well. This is why I hated this line. Yard is actually the person I hated this line coming from. And then AJ started saying it. Do you remember what line Yard used to say back in the day when man used to criticize him that he wasn't progressing quick enough? What did he say?
What did he say? Oh, time.
Timing is everything.
Time is everything.
Timing is everything. Oh, Paddy Pimblay, UFC fighter, said it. I don't watch UFC still, but I know who Paddy is. Yeah, remember at Yard you say timing is everything.
Who's he coming out to?
we're not gonna know him. It said Po 1300 or P 1300. Must be someone from his ends, from his hood.
From New Jersey.
Should have come out with Sue Surf. Shout out Sue Surf. He's in jail right. He's from Newark.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah, he's in jail right now. He's a battle rapper, really, but he does.
But him and Shakur from the same place.
Yeah.
Ray Ford. Man's coming out looking like a Powerpuff Girl, fam.
That's mate. He looks like Big Bird, blood. He looks like he's about to start dancing with the sign saying McDonald's that way, 1,300 meters that way.
Trust me, bro. Yellow and pink. That is a flipping combination, blood.
As long as if he loses, he don't start moaning about being overheated and that. You know, Deontay Wilder, that's his excuse.
Yeah, Raymond Ford is my guy still.
Yeah, you're a big fan of Raymond Ford.
I'm a very big fan of Raymond Ford. I thought he beat Nick Ball as well. I thought he got robbed.
Yeah, he did get robbed against Nick Ball, to be fair. Which we all knew was coming.
It was in Saudi, innit? And then, man, they obviously knew.
You're saying it's a hierarchy thing over there.
No, but obviously you got to bear in mind, innit? Like, with
we've got to be careful about what we say. We're already on a watch list from the Saudi.
Bro,
from the
Saudi man can't tell me nothing.
We're already on a watch list.
They're gonna pull up over here, bro.
They put the Saudi man. You don't come to West. You come West.
There ain't no Saudi man in West, is there? I thought it's like more like Indian people. Like,
yeah, bro. You come to like Knightsbridge, Chelsea. Everyone, there's all Arabs, bro.
I swear.
All Arabs, bro. There's no grey man, bro. It's just Arab. Like them man in West, yeah, them man there. Yeah.
West is way more multicultural than I thought, blood.
West is the most multicultural part of London.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I promise you. Like, man will go south and just see black people and think this is multicultural. No, there's just a bunch of black people. There's just black people. Like, we're talking about if you come west, it's everything. It's everything, bro.
Yeah,
I'm saying? We got some Filipino. You like Filipino things? I got some Filipino things.
I ain't really seen nothing. They're not bad. They're my preference, but I told you, bro, you need to stop talking about them things and start getting me invited to like your Grenada in a park and Trinidad in a park and the Cooley parties, bro. Oh yeah, I'm going to something, man. I want some of the Cooley girl, bro. That's what I want, fam.
Bro, if you know, you know. He said, "What's grey, man? If you know, you know."
Type into Google.
If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. I'm going to this thing. Hang on, where is it, man? Where is it? I'm going to this thing. You should come to this. There'll be nothing in gal for you there.
There ain't gonna be no flipping Cooley gal there.
Well, and the G-Tech, bro. Last time I went, do you know who last time I went? Who was there? Fabrice Mwamba.
Oh, sorry.
Remember him?
Yeah, of course. Man, I had a heart attack.
The one that had a heart attack in the picture. He was presenting the award and that. But last time, there's a gal there. Well, I used to go. We go to this always Africa Fest Caribbean every year.
Oh, sorry.
In Brentford Football Stadium. Yeah,
who's going?
Me and Branson them.
When are you not going?
It's on the date, isn't it? Like May. It's like £10 a ticket. You might as well come down.
Yeah, maybe I might forward still.
Latino things are the the Faniel.
Nah, yes, I
lie. The Faniel, yeah. Nah. What do you mean that's a lie?
I'm telling you, they're the best visually. They're sick visually, but when it comes to performance, they're dead, bro.
Performance,
bro. Dead, bro.
A bad workman might blame his tools, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I'm telling you,
bad dance partners.
Most of the time, like Latino.
Yeah, we got bare Latinos.
Most Latino gal they can't really hold it, bro.
Latino gal?
Well, from my experience.
Really?
From my experience. You got to bear in mind, yeah, like, it's like when you, yeah, for me, I got
Latino gal and Arab gal. I don't think Ohio's got a lot of Arabic gal, yeah? In America, they see Arabic gal and they think terrorism and get scared. But over here, Latin gal and Arab gal.
Well, there's two, there should be at least two Latin gal. If they were to watch this right now, they know exactly why I'm saying it. Because, bro, it didn't go well for them, innit? So
you put them off Jamaicans?
Bro, trust me. Them gal weren't really on the yard man thing still.
Fair enough. Bro, you capping.
I'm telling you the God's honest truth as well as my witness, bro.
We're about to get into this very forward fight, by the way.
Gal, I didn't even get to finish. On God, I swear on my life.
No finish?
No finish, bro.
Nah, this sounds like a you problem.
Bro, no. I'm dead. They're constantly telling me to stop, bro. They couldn't obviously hold it.
But that sounds crazy. They're
Like,
constantly telling you to stop.
There's
someone called
stop and restart, innit?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Give me a break.
On the Andrew Tate thing.
No, allow me. No.
That sounds crazy.
Let's
call the 5-0.
Let's watch boxing, bro. You're gonna get me in trouble.
You're talking. You're just talking.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, bro.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't holding the camera. I wasn't there.
That's the holding the camera.
I wasn't there.
That's filming.
I wasn't there, bro. Ray Ford. Ray Ford round one. He's on it already, but 30 seconds in. Nah, Matisse, bro.
Matisse.
Matisse, bro.
You know why I'm laughing? Because I just think about Matisse from DR.
That's what I'm saying. And he said, "Don't conflate us Arabs with North Africans. Respect." Who's conflating North Africans with Arabs? I'm talking about Arabs, bro. Real Arabs, bro. Lebanese gal and that kind of thing.
Middle East.
Yeah, Middle Eastern Arabs. I don't talk about like Moroccans and Algerians. I like Moroccan gal too.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, that's the thing, Nathaniel. Just the thing, bro. Like when you gotta bear in mind, 90% of the gal I've dealt with is Jamaican. I'm Jamaican, so most of the girls I've dealt with is Jamaican.
Jamaican women are built to.
Jamaican women are built to hold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I love
big youths.
Also, let me put.
Oh, Ray Ford is
piecing this guy up. Also, I learned how to have intercourse with women through women. Women actually taught me stuff. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying. So, like when I'm with like other cultures, it's not the same. Let me just put it that way.
Shane ain't doing no foreplay.
Obviously, bro, I'm a digger, bro. I dig graves, bro. What do you mean, fam?
Undertaker.
Trust me, bro. I'm a digger, fam. I lay pipe like a plumber, fam. Rayford is looking sharp as hell. This guy's already gun shy already.
Yeah. He's already afraid of what's coming back.
Facts.
It's a good dummy.
And good body shot at the end of the combination. And Rayford in the build-up, he's like, bro, I'm sorry it had to be you, but it has to be you.
Oh, it's a great right hand.
It was a reverse 1-2, innit?
Mm-hmm.
The reverse 1-2.
He's done it once or twice. That's the second time I've seen him do it. He's got this. He's got the same barber as what's my man? It's Sean Porter. He's got that Sean Porter.
Yeah. It's mad though because he fights so different to Stevenson, but they're from the same camp. It's mad, isn't it? Stevenson is.
He's more explosive though.
Way more explosive. Can you imagine him versus Roach would actually be a really good fight?
Yeah. Like, look, he can crack off the back foot.
Trust me.
That's what Stevenson can't do.
Facts. That's a good point. Stevenson always got really bad.
Because I'm looking at Matisse and it's like Matisse is walking forwards, but
he's just walking onto.
He's walking onto punches. So you say Stevenson's got injured hands.
He's got bad hands in it, but
yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Shane is talking like he is Savile.
No, I don't, bro. I swear I'll ban you from commenting in future. Or are you mad? I love like a real young man. That is an old man Jamaican laugh. You should be in the bookies on that laugh, bro.
Oh, Savile, you know.
Don't ever say that, bro. Don't slander my thing.
Greetings, how are they? It's you know what it is, yeah?
Oh, you have to sneak that.
You know what it is, yeah? The great things over here, it depends who they're around, innit? Because you'll get white gal that are like raised around enough black culture that's like
facts.
They do their best like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj impression basically. But English gal that are like English, it's not the best.
If you're from London, white gal in London
be different
to
very
white gal outside of London.
Yeah.
Because white gal in London actually
and them urban white gal.
Yeah, they kind of grew up with black culture, so they kind of almost not begging, but it's just part of their culture.
White American gal are different. The white American gal that are white is just horrible. Like they might be like bottom tier. Like they're I have no. You know, I don't really like American gal anyway, but the white American gal definitely not 100%.
Yeah, I hear that still.
So I can see that. I hear your struggles there, Nathaniel.
Yeah, no, I hear that still.
Round 2. I mean, it looks like you expect Ford to get some sort of late stoppage. Only 10 rounds in this fight.
Yeah, which I'm surprised. I thought they're giving him a 12 rounder as it's the co-main event. What a brilliant body shot. I mean, he there is no way I can see Rayford losing this fight. It's just how he wins.
Yeah.
But he's looking so sharp and explosive.
Matisse is so defensive. And it's not working for him.
It's so mad, he's coming forward, but gun shy.
Yeah, it's mad. No, I stand corrected. The black things are worse. What, in America?
You're mad.
No, you're crazy.
You're crazy.
You need to travel.
You're mad. Are you mad?
You need to travel.
Are you mad?
You need to travel more.
Bro, black girl in America. Bro,
I've met black American girl here in London.
Bro, you think black gal in America, but you need to come black gal in England, bro.
Black gal in London. Black gal in England is good. Black gal in London.
Black gal in London Worst tier black gal in
Good
the world.
right hand from Matisse.
I love black gal, period, but black gal in London, Nick showed me a pre that I didn't know, and it's very true.
Bro, they're the reason that Dave calls London the Screwface capital, bro. London is called the Screwface capital, bro. If you walk on the tube in rush hour smiling, you'll get sectioned, bro. Good left hand. Good left hand. Oh, what's Matisse doing? Pause. Took him for a ride, bro.
A good right hand back, though.
Now, is Ford slipping into the trap that we're worried about with Boots of putting on a show? Matisse is doing really well to rope him into a mental battle. Facts. I like that from him. Ford is biting on the mental battle and needs to just get back to his boxing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's still losing this round, but
Latinos are the only hope we have.
You're chatting shit, bro.
Nah, that's mad, bro. You need to travel more. I don't know how much you travel outside of Ohio, but you got to travel more then.
No disrespect here, but if you're saying Latinos are the only hope you have, yeah, you got to correct you got to check your prostate, fam, because
that's fucking wild.
You got to check your prostate.
That is insane. Good left again. That timing was really good. Very good.
That jab, I just want to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
Before that jab a little bit more.
That's what I'm talking about, though. The putting on the show thing. You know what I'm saying? The friend said Ray was talking smack about Shushu. How do you see that fight if it happens?
I think that would be a great fight. The issue is it's going to be difficult to say because Carrington's at 26 and he's supposed to be mandatory for Nick Ball, who Nick Ball actually
beat Ray
Ford. Stylistically, though, Shushu's very different to Raymond Ford because Shushu is a boxer puncher. Raymond Ford is much more explosive. I actually see him quite similar to. Difficult to say. I actually see him quite similar to like someone like a Boots in the sense that they have multiple styles and dimensions that they can use. Shushu versus
That's Ray Ford coming off of a loss to Nick Ball, then coming into this fight where it looks like
he had a fight before this which he won as well.
Okay, cool. Does he go back into a fight as dangerous as Shushu at this point?
Well, he said he's if he wins this, he'll be mandatory for Roach, which for me, Roach is after that he ain't gonna get the Roach fight because Roach is gonna fight Tank. So for me, it's a case, and Roach probably will stay at lightweight instead of super featherweight. So he's probably going to be looking at it like, well, there's other guys in this weight class for me to fight, and I think he does need to step up because when he beat Nick Ball, obviously a lot of people still thought he won. He didn't lose any momentum, and then he had a great performance in his last fight. He's putting on a good performance in this fight. People are going to want to see him at a higher level. Plus, he's with Eddie. Eddie don't really waste money, like give people easy fights. He's going to put him in a tough fight. And he's not one of Eddie's cash cows. So if there is an opportunity where he can make a big fight and potentially get a big payday out of it, he's going to do it, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't actually think Raymond Ford is actually going to have much control in terms of, can I get... You know, with Ben Whittaker, you might see it might be a drop down a level. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Eddie's going to be like, if you're the real deal, let's make some money with you. And if you're the real deal, you should be winning when I step you up levels, which I think that might be next.
What's Batisse's game plan here? He's constantly walking forwards, but he's not throwing any punches.
No, not at all. It's quite similar to...
it's a great right again. The reverse 1-2 again.
He's almost throwing the left hand like a dummy.
That's what I said. That's what I said first. It's a dummy. He's not really extending it. It's just a dummy. It's just like blocking off the vision and the right hand's coming out of nowhere. Because he's got such fast hands. He threw an uppercut that nearly hit Zeus. Her uppercut was outrageous. Week after week, has uppercuts got out of the game now? Unless you're Tank, because week after week we're seeing outrageously wide.
He almost knocked himself out last week.
Bro, I can't remember who.
Someone almost knocked himself out last week.
I can't remember who it was last week, but these uppercuts are just crazy.
Hit the like button, subscribe button, everybody watching and everybody's tuning in.
Nathaniel said, if I ain't no fatty, keep that shit over there.
But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're in the third round of the Raymond. Again, that was the one.
That was the left hand that time.
Yeah, that was actually the proper one. jab, then straight left.
Not much body shots at the moment. The body shots have gone.
Yeah. I feel like he's got so much success to the head.
Yeah.
Matisse's eyes are.
Yeah, his left eye is really swollen.
He's showing a good punch resistance. Obviously, it's at super featherweight, so you can't expect massive power. But the punches that are landing are making a difference. And you can tell that he has enough explosive power to get to probably get the stoppage down the stretch potentially.
I'm not sure what Matisse is trying to do. It'd be really interesting to hear what his corner has to say, because he's backing him up.
But nothing.
But doing nothing with it. Even when his back touched the ropes, I thought maybe then, but that was still nothing. Boots Ennis now in the building. It looks like Quavo is walking with him,
Who is that?
It must be one of his brothers. It looks a lot like him, and definitely a relative.
Yeah, it must be. That suit is another Jovial Witness suit. What happened to certain people today, bro? Everybody's wearing Jovial Witness suits.
Minister Farrakhan.
Literally.
Man from where are they? Jersey.
Yeah, they're in Jersey, no.
Yeah, Muslim man out there, innit? They run the Nation of Islam and them kind of man out there. Thoughts on what's next for Shakur at this point? He is literally just an IC3 Sonny.
Don't steal the lines, bro. Nick was the first person to say. If I ever hear someone say that outside of this podcast,
I said that, bro.
Nick was the first person I ever heard.
He's a black Sonny Edwards, bro. I said that. You know what I'm saying? 100%. What do you think for
Shakur? Next is gonna be like, I don't want to be in the ring no more.
Yeah, he boxes like he don't want to be in the ring. I mean, he don't. Shakur. We're in round 4 now. Shakur. I'll give you an analogy. Like, I used to manage rappers back in the day,
yeah,
and they would understand some parts of the rap game. Maybe they'd understand like the street credibility part of it,
yeah,
but then they wouldn't understand the business side of it. And that's the same with Shakur. He understands boxing. He doesn't understand the business of boxing.
Yeah,
and he doesn't understand the need to put on a show.
He definitely doesn't understand the business of boxing.
No, not at all.
This guy probably the worst businessman. We got a video coming out on Monday or Sunday, whenever I'm gonna drop. We got a video talking about Shakur Stevenson. You obviously
good right hand.
Yeah, that was a real good right hand, and he got hurt.
Yeah, Matisse is definitely hurt.
Trying to tie up. She shouldn't have made it so easy to tap. One thing I'll say about Ford, and this was
Ford wants to box, so he don't care if he gets tied up. He wants to.
This is one thing I'll say about Ford, and it was annoying in the Nick Bull fight because there was times where he hurt Nick Bull, and he just took his foot off the gas.
Yeah,
because he just kind of likes to admire his work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why Nick Bull won in the fight on some people.
That's the same as Shakur Stevenson. They have the same problem. They come from the same camp.
Yeah.
They are great boxers, and they think that being a great boxer is all of it.
Fact.
That's not all of it. There's more to it. You might lose against gamesmanship. You might lose against someone messing your work up, and you're gonna look at the crowd and be genuinely perplexed as to how that happened. Because you know what? Tiki-taka isn't the only way to play football.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's just what it is. And then you get hit with a long ball.
The great Barcelona team lost it into Milan, innit?
He's got hit with a long ball and a man over the top or a cross into the box and centre back heads it. And that's what they don't understand. Ismail said, keep going with your channel, has big potential, cold streams and vids. Big love, bro. We're going to keep going 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? And Nathaniel said, didn't want to mention it, but Matisse is from Cleveland and I was rooting for him. What do you mean he was rooting for him, bro? It's only round 4. Keep rooting now. Who told you to stop? Keep rooting, blood.
I'll keep it real. I'm gonna say this for the 4th time in the live. We need your help.
You definitely said it more than 4 times.
We need you to hit the like button and subscribe. We need you to comment. We need you to put in your opinions. To keep us awake.
Matisse's eyes definitely mash up because he's kind of slanting his head in such a way that he can only really look out of that right eye. I wonder if the doctor's going to look at that left eye of his during the break, especially if that right hand keeps landing at will. But Matisse just isn't offering anything offensively.
Yeah,
you can't even really assess Ford's defensive work. The one, I know Ford's the better boxer, but if you're having this much success, this is, another black Sonny Edwards situation. If you're having this much boxing success, should you be getting backed up this much in? You're having big success
you got to bear in mind though, when you're fighting someone who just doesn't care about how their face looks, it's hard, bro. Because I'm like, bro, this guy's willing to do things that I'm not willing to do, fam. Like, this guy's willing to just take box in their face for nothing. And I'm like, if I walk forward, that means I'm going to have to be willing to take punches that I don't want to take either. Which some guys are like that. Which is going to be, we're going to find out today.
Yes.
Stanionis versus Boots will be that fight. because Stanionis is a guy who doesn't mind to take a couple fists in his face.
Yeah.
Boots, I will see. We're gonna see whether he's gonna be willing to hold his feet. It is why I say Ford gets a little bit of a pass is because he's fighting at featherweight, whereas Shakur and Boots, they fight at a higher weight class, so you expect slightly more entertainment. But
could Ford not add more lateral movement to his game? Everything is very straight line. He's great. The timing is great, but there's nothing sideways. If he takes a step sideways, he can re-engage the fighter. He can keep territory. He's given up a lot of territory. He's getting backed up. He's very lucky. He's up. I'm looking at Raymond Ford and I'm thinking, if you're up against somebody who can actually crack, this fight looks very different.
Potentially, you could be right. I think we're talking about a guy who, as you said, is very similar to in the Shakur situation, where when you're so comfortable doing what you're doing, do you want to go out and do extra? Like you can't. I mean, you would have to be blind to not see that there's obviously evidence of skill and quality, but it's about giving that extra, as you were talking about with Shakur. You can't say,
look, now he's back on the ropes. And it just starts to get messy. And no lateral movement. Now he gets popped, and that happens. He fights back really well, but against somebody that hits harder than Matisse, that could be a real problem.
You know, I get you 100%. Against someone who
Shakur doesn't even give you those openings.
Against someone who's craftier. Well, I mean, Shakur just runs, so it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Raymond Ford actually tries to hold his feet, and he actually does try to land big punches. There's a lot of gaps in between that, and he does give up ground. You are right. But I do think sometimes it's a case of some people are just happy fighting at a certain pace and they just don't want to get out of that gear unless they have to.
Yeah.
But then saying that when Raymond Ford won the world title, he had to get out of that gear and he had to get that 12th round knockout to get the fight, which he showed us he can do. So it's not even a case of someone who can't do it. I just feel like it's a case of him being just extra comfortable. Now he's walking Matisse down, maybe he might stick to that. I don't know. Maybe Matisse felt something but it's just been
Matisse has been allowed to recover fairly well.
It was very similar to what I thought we were seeing in the Giasov fight, whereas Giasov wasn't just stepping on the gas, but at the same time, I felt like he could have knocked him out at any stage. I don't get that impression with Ford. I don't feel like he can knock him out at any time. I feel like there's clearest.
Well, Ford has cracked him clean, and he hasn't hurt Giasov when he cracked Ocampo clean. He clearly hurt him.
Facts. I mean, pretty much the Bell saved him in 2 rounds. What a shot, though. That was a brilliant left hand. A right hand, sorry. Yeah, but you would expect or hope that maybe with a higher level of opponent, Raymond Ford might go into different gears, but there's no chance of him even losing. Like, there is nothing that Matisse is doing that's going to cause him any problems.
Nathaniel said Shakur doesn't sit on his punches, he just touches and gets out of the way.
Facts. That's literally Shakur's style.
But we call Shakur like pillow fisted, he's got injured hands. Raymond Ford doesn't. He's fighting at a lighter weight class, but still, although he can crack, he's not pillow fisted, but he's not hurting Matisse. That's a worry for me when you move up in quality. You've boxed this guy's head off clean for 5 rounds, and he doesn't actually look hurt.
No, not at all. But again, it's difficult because not everybody at this weight class will have a race of power that's going to knock people out. It's just enough to win rounds. I mean, you watch a Nick Ball. Nick Ball doesn't have a lot of power either, but he does just throw a lot of punches.
Nick Ball has a cumulative power. I feel like if Nick Ball is boxing your head off and landing and successfully for say 60-70%,
that's a style, though, isn't it? Yeah. Nick Ball probably gets hit 50% more than.
Yeah, but we're just talking about the attacking side of the game. If Nick Ball lands the amount of punches clean that Ray Ford has landed on somebody, they would be hurt. I'm not suggesting knockout power, just hurt.
I feel like with Raymond Ford, it's because he will land a single or 1 and 2, whereas Nick Ball will land a lot of punches and he will constantly keep throwing them straight after. As I'm saying, where Raymond Ford admires his work is when he throws a shot and it's a good shot, he takes it. He admires his work, So it's like, you know what, that's enough. Whereas I think Nick Ball doesn't have that mindset of that's enough.
Even the guy ringside, one of the judges, as you want it.
Yeah, 100. I mean, they're not even working on our time either. So
yeah.
Yeah, but here's a question: what with the backup? You know, why he will get backed up and why he's giving up ground. Guys, in the comments, give us more topics to discuss, because I told you we need your assistance, we need your help. This is a very difficult day for us because it's 2:44, and we got the next fight, which is Boots. But
and I streamed the Arsenal game earlier today, and the Arsenal game was bloody boring.
Exactly.
So it's difficult to.
We need your engagement right now. We're not on the ropes, but whoa, clash of heads. At some stage, you would want to probably see Ford go through the gears a bit more and try to step up on the gas, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. This is the thing about if Shakur were to fight Devin, if their styles were to kind of, Devin's been in a lot tougher fights.
Yeah.
Shakur's only has experience of fighting one way. Facts. And you think that if the fight is tough and it draws for that one of them to break, or both of them to break their game plan, Devin just has a little bit more experience.
Facts. And Devin shows a lot more heart than Shakur.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like people are saying, "Oh, Shakur is gonna just outbox Devin." I don't get that impression. I don't know who I've seen Devin outboxed against. Like I've seen people try and use volume, but Shakur's not a volume puncher.
Yeah.
So it's a case of him trying to outbox someone who boxes. Like you're gonna have to show me something different. You're gonna have to.
Devin comes in heavy. So it's really difficult to break down.
1,000,000%.
He's a lot bigger than like your Josh Hadleys and these guys.
He's a lot bigger than Shakur.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like when it starts getting into the clinches and Devin, the thing is with Devin, which I don't think he gets a lot of credit for, this guy's amazing at winning rounds. Even when he was getting dropped against Ryan, he was still coming back in the round after and winning. He's just gone
for a bit of a drunken master style there. He's like kind of hopping all over the place, then landing the punch just off the jump.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mad thing. I don't know what he's doing there.
He missed it. He did a mad like bunny rabbit jump. He's moving backwards with his chin in the air, a bit Amir Khan-esque.
Yeah, definitely. But he's doing it behind like
high guard. I know a cross guard.
Cross guard. Whoa.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Look at, I'm telling you, that's what I say. He's doing the drunken master thing, bro. If you see him jumping around, it's mad, bro. Ishmael said, you lot think Benavidez is on Bivol Beterbiev level?
No.
Nope. If he was,
he's just not. He's just not. I mean, he went the distance with a guy who was 4 years out of the ring, and 4 years prior, in his prime, Beterbiev knocked out. And Benavidez did not look like knocking him out, and that was in Volzik. Yeah. Volzik, 4 years of retirement, came out of retirement and went the distance with Benavidez. 4 years prior, he had been stopped by Beterbiev, a prime Volzik. So that, for me, should just show you the levels in itself.
Nick, what would you do if Arsenal bottles it in the second leg, bro?
You'd have to change your dress. You'd have to change your dress, bro. That would be embarrassing, bro.
We ain't bottling it.
You ain't, but...
We ain't bottling it.
You ain't.
It's minor. Have you seen their sparring? Shakur outboxing, outclassed him, but sparring is sparring.
Sparring is sparring, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
If I always use the same example of sparring, Scott Fitzgerald and Anthony Fowler used to spar, and Scott Fitzgerald used to say that Anthony Fowler used to batter me every time in sparring. There's times I couldn't even survive and continue. When they fought in the pros, Scott Fitzgerald beat Anthony Fowler from pillar to post. Same thing with Dubois and Hrgovic. Dubois even said Hrgovic used to beat me in sparring. Sparring don't mean nothing.
When you look at team sports and they look at who's the best in training, it's normally the players that are not.
And Shakur Stevenson historically is probably arguably got the best sparring stories of anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it hasn't translated into the pro game or into the what's it called? I mean, David Price has some mad sparring stories. This guy knocked out Fury, knocked out Anthony Joshua, knocked out David Haye in sparring. But all of them guys are world champions. He didn't win no world title, so it doesn't mean nothing. Emmanuel Stewart said, and it's the greatest coach of all time, said one of the best people I've ever seen in training was Robert Helenius and David Price. That's what he said. So sparring don't mean nothing to me.
David Price is amazing. He's got amazing power. He could have been top 10 heaviest hitters of all time. He literally, if David Price hits you clean, you're gone. But David Price couldn't do it. He couldn't do it under the lights. Couldn't adjust to the pro game and had no chin.
Lich.
King Luku. Shout out to you, bro. Do you guys think Fury comes back for AJ in the summer? I think I think Tyson Fury comes back next year, but I don't think he comes back for AJ. That's my prediction. He's going to come back for an easy fight. and then he's going to demand huge money for an AJ.
He will eventually come back and fight Fury. This guy's career, his life is so... He's a person who he just wants people to miss him.
It's not just that. Tyson Fury, when he had his hiatus, we know he was having problems with drugs. He has an addiction problem. And boxing is just another thing that he's addicted to. That's all it is.
Facts. Like,
and not a healthy relationship. Yeah, and attention and all the rest of it. It's not a healthy relationship. He can't just go and be, you're the guy that used to be this. He can't have that.
Yeah, trust.
Especially like if he sees AJ looking vulnerable and he smells food, then he'll come out.
Well,
there's no way that if AJ goes and smacks up Dubois and knocks him out in 3 rounds.
Has AJ ever been this vulnerable though? No. I don't think AJ's ever been this vulnerable than he is now.
No.
AJ said he's gonna come back for a fight in the summer. I don't know who that person's gonna be though.
Jake Paul.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Jake Paul getting knocked out. I heard you about Jake Paul and Tank.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
The madness. We actually might have to do a video on that, you know.
Tank want to fight anybody that's not Lamont Roach. I want a boxing match versus Andre Onana. Yeah, big man thing. Your board bottled that signing, bruv, about bottle.
Bro, Andre Onana is a bum, fam. That guy is a flippy. That's Francis Ngannou in gold blood. No, you see that dive, bro.
But like I said to you, remember I said to you before, yeah, like I don't rate boxers that take drugs because it means that they can't win the fight without the drugs.
Yeah.
Remember who else was banned for drugs for 2 years? Andre Onana. Did you man know that? Andre Onana faced an 18-month ban for performance-enhancing drugs when he was at Ajax. So.
And then he went and signed to Inter.
And then he signed for Man U man after that. So King Luke said Tank is shameless for trying to fight anyone but guys in his weight class. 100%.
I think Tank just doesn't want to fight anyone who's of a high level. I think Roach
is of a high level.
No, but Roach was a cherry pick gone wrong, fam.
Yeah, but he's still of a high level. You said he don't want to fight anyone of a high level. Roach is literally a world champion, just at a weight class below him.
True.
But yeah, he doesn't want to fight anyone that on paper is competitive.
Facts, and Roach is competitive. You should see the rematch though. I mean, for me, he already lost the first fight. I don't really
yeah, man want to talk about robbery. Man are coming in the chat talking about fucking Devin Haney rocking Loma. That was like 3 years ago.
And that was nowhere near as much of a robbery as flipping Tank.
100%.
Man disregarded the rules to Roach rub.
Yeah, the judges, the ref, the broadcasters, the weather, the everything.
Bro, it's a mad thing. The crowd, is a madness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know your predictions for Stanionis first Boots.
We're in round 8 of Ford versus Matisse. And Ford's just been chipping away, tenderizing the meat, but just not really able to put him away if that is actually what he's looking to do.
I don't know if that's that. If it wasn't his intention, it's a bit disappointing because I do think, especially watching this fight, there was times where Matisse was there for the taking. But you know what? It's one of those ones where it's like, 96 punches to 20 though. That is a very, very, very mad punch discrepancy, like in terms of what you've landed. And you think Matisse has spent the entire fight on the front foot and he's only thrown 95 punches. That is ridiculous. He's thrown the same amount of punches that Ford has landed.
Yeah.
That is mad.
You think someone like Bivol throws like 60 punches around, some mad shit.
Yeah, sometimes even more.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, look at someone like Bivol. Bivol doesn't go for knockouts either. But then it's different because Bivol fights at a higher level, so I guess he can get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Bivol doesn't get backed up like this though.
True. But Bivol don't fight at his weight class.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you look at it. I'm not disagreeing with your point in it, because when a fight like this is so comfortable, you do want to see them kind of go through the gears. But
I'm just saying, better level opposition, as much as Ford is outclassing Matisse, better level opposition are going to look at this and think, this is a fight I could win.
Potentially.
Do you know what I mean? 100%.
You say Boots if he puts on a clinic.
Yeah.
I think Boots can put on a clinic, but I think there's a chance what Nix is saying is that he could also make the fight harder for himself. It really depends on Boots' approach. He's a better boxer and more superior boxer than Stanionis, but he's also headlining in Atlantic City. He's also fighting in a very marquee fight where he's fighting for unification. So is he looking to put on a show? I've seen flipping celebrities here in the crowd already. You know, they're here to see Boots. So
what celebrities you see in the crowd?
I don't know.
I haven't seen a celebrity.
Nah, I saw a couple of celebrities. Instagram, I saw. I have to go on my Instagram again, but I'm pretty sure I saw a few people in the arena who were already there.
Ishmael said predictions for Vidal versus Clark. Which Vidal?
Vidal Riley.
Vidal Riley? Surely not. Isn't Vidal Riley smaller than Clark?
Isn't Vidal Riley fighting Isaac Chamberlain?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I thought he was.
I'll check now.
He's fighting somebody. Oh, if he's not Isaac Chamberlain, he's fighting Chev Clark.
Oh no, yeah. So Isaac Chamberlain's injured.
Fair enough. It's just it was supposed to be fighting.
Yeah. So he's gonna be fighting
Chev Clark. Yeah, he's fighting Chev Clark. Yeah, I thought so. So I got them both right in one, but I knew he was supposed to fight Isaac Chamberlain, but he's fighting Chev Clark instead.
Yeah, so I don't know. Oh, okay, God, that's the Clark he's talking about. Okay.
Oh, Chev Clark. Oh,
yeah, so that's
my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Got you.
Vidal Riley versus Chev Clark. I think Vidal Riley wins. Chev Clark's coming off a loss as well.
Yeah. Vidal Riley's in one of the best positions in boxing.
Why do you say that?
To be able to bounce back and
forth
between
fact.
influencer boxing. He can make such good money considering his level of boxer. Not that he's bad, but he's not like a world champion. He can go and make more money than world champions fighting easier fights.
You're probably right.
He's in a great position.
And Cruiserweight historically has never really been a star division anyway.
No.
I'm saying, you think about it, like, why would you go and fight Opataya when you could just make the money that you're making fighting flipping lower level position? You know what I'm saying?
Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like, big man thing. Respect to him for taking the harder route and going professional boxing. It's harder and less glamorous, but okay. Matisse has waited 9 rounds to throw a punch. Miller versus Wardley.
Miller's gonna get stopped.
Yeah, I think
Miller's just gonna stop him early as well. I think Miller's gonna stop him in the first 4 rounds. Miller's too easy to hit, and Wardley's got way too much power. See, I know what you mean. Like, he won every single round. You would have probably thought maybe he might want to step on the gas a bit.
In round 4, he was absolutely beaten. Look how confident, not confident, but look how confident Matisse is in round 9. If I've battered someone for 8 rounds, I'm disappointed if in round 9 they have the gall and confidence to walk forwards, back me up into the corner and start swinging on me. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just need to check. Has Matisse ever been stopped before? Because maybe it's a case of...
He's got a good chin, don't get me wrong, and it's been good work from the corner, but like his eye was close to being closed in round 4, and yet here he is. Still.
Yeah, see? I know Matisse has fought. Who did he fight that I watched? Who did he fight? The Mexican fighter or Latino fighter that he fought. Oh bro, who did he fight that I watched? Oh bro. Isaac Cruz. That's who I saw him fight. Isaac Cruz, and he didn't get stopped in that fight. He's never been stopped before, so
yeah, fair.
He does have
just a question of good chin, maybe. Fair enough. Do you guys think we see Dubois versus Usyk in the summer?
Yeah, I do. I think Usyk wants to fight, and I think Dubois wants to fight, so I can't see why we don't. I feel like it's the best fight in the heavyweight division to make. I think it's the only fight that I want to see Usyk in. My next 2 fights for Usyk is this. Dubois, Cabello. That's the fight I want to see.
Yeah.
Maybe
does Cabello generate him enough revenue? Is he a big enough name yet?
No, he's not. But stylistically, you think the guy who lands body punches at the highest percentage, the guy who's won his last 4 fights with body punch stoppages against a guy who they say.
But I think because he's not a big name, and if he beats Dubois, he's going to be unified world champion again. Undisputed world champion. I think that makes Cabello a little bit too easy to avoid. Not that I think that Usyk is a duck, but it gives him too good an excuse to not fight.
Yeah, that's true. That's
in my opinion. Do you mean it's genuinely very risky and doesn't really do much for me? Do you know what I'm saying? So KSI versus Jake Paul, I have no opinion on.
Yeah, I have 0 opinion on that as well. Serrano versus Taylor, I'm kind of bored. I've seen both them fight twice, and for me, the fights are very similar. I don't really like Katie Taylor as a fighter.
Yeah, I knew.
She's quite messy. She's quite ugly. I've watched like 5.
She's Irish.
Katie Taylor fights, and
all Irish people fight like that.
I've genuinely not known how to score it because it's just.
I think Irish people are the messiest fighters on the planet. What, more messier than English fighters?
Yeah, probably.
I think they pick another country that has messier boxers than that.
I can't think of any.
They like taking the chicken out of the oven when it's burnt on the outside and pink on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, if you were in Cuba or Mexico or Puerto Rico, I look at most Irish fighters, boxers, and I think you would be 2 or 3 years of training away from being in the pros.
It's not because they're aggressive, because Mexican fighters are aggressive, but there's order behind the punches with a Mexican, with a Latino fighter. With Irishman, they throw like random punch combinations. You see them throw a jab to the body, then with that same hand throw like a uppercut to the body. They just throw weird random punches.
The Irish just like getting punched in the face. I'm convinced, 100%.
Facts,
100%. I can't think of an Irish fighter that has a good defense.
I think chin is a genuine accomplishment, but being able to get punched in your face and saying that you've been in a fight with a bruise and a battered lip and a cut, that's almost like a badge of honor for Irish people. Whereas you think about like black fighters that we grew up watching,
not being touched is
I'm saying that's
Pretty Boy Floyd,
Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And even now with the
Shakur Stevensons, you know what I'm saying? We're watching Raymond Ford. You know what I'm saying? Like the slickness of boxers is what we kind of gravitate towards. So I'm not really into that stuff.
Nathaniel said, "Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna watch an all-women boxing card, fam." What do you think about that?
I've seen one that was alright when we saw Alicia Baumgardner fight Michaela Mayer and Clarissa Shields fight Savannah Marshall. That was actually a good card. But yeah, unless Alicia Baumgardner's on the card and Clarissa Shields is on a card. I like Savannah Marshall.
There's not enough women boxers, bro. Like that, dude, you name the card and then you name like everybody that's on there. Like apart
I like Caroline Dubois.
I was gonna say apart from Caroline Dubois, everybody else is on.
And I think she was actually on the card as well.
There you go. There's only one good card. Like you got to think like what you can't name me 10 great female boxers. Hence why Katie Taylor's looking at a trilogy against Serrano. Apparently Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz is a possibility.
Yeah, that's a fight that's interesting because I actually don't know who I favor in that fight. I mean, Edgar Berlanga is a natural 68, but you'd probably say even though Hamza's been fighting at 60, he's probably a natural 68, so he's probably been killing himself on the skills. Obviously Edgar Berlanga's fought at a much higher level fighting the likes of Canelo. But
I might edge slightly towards Berlanga.
He probably would. He definitely has more power than Shiraz. But Shiraz does have, I guess, some advantages that he can take into that fight as well.
Was it Shiraz that we saw fight Carlos Adames?
Yeah, and
is he not gonna? He's ducking him. He's not gonna rematch him.
He moved up. He's mandatory as well, and he moved up.
Go.
Raymond Ford probably going to win that by unanimous decision, straightforward fight. He doesn't look very pleased with his performance. I do.
That's on him. I mean, the opportunity's there.
I do want to see Ford. Him versus Roach would be very, very boring. Yeah, go on, do your thing. All women cards. Let's be serious. Nobody's giving up time for that. Bro, you would have to help me get through that live, boy. You'd have to help me because that isn't the greatest thing to watch. But yeah, as I was saying before, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Try your best to keep the comments coming because it's currently 3 o'clock. I'd probably say the fight's gonna start in the next 30 minutes. We need your support because I'm tired. Nick is definitely tired. Shiraz is a bum. I mean, Shiraz has got a long way to go to be like a all-time great British fighter. You think about it, like Britain historically have produced some of the most entertaining division Britain's probably been in is super middleweight. You think about the likes of the Nigel Benns, Michael Watsons, Eubank Senior. You think about Joe Calzaghe. Think about George Groves, Carl Froch, James DeGale. These guys, you know. James DeGale was a former world champion, bro.
He's entertaining.
But I'm just talking about like quality, stacks. Level of fight. Bro, James DeGale's a top level fighter.
Okay, if you say so.
Bro, in his prime, he was one of the best at 68. Man,
I'm thinking the dark ages of 68.
No, but I'm just saying, historically, super middleweight has always had good British fighters. Even like you think about like Callum Smith was a top level fighter at 168 pounds. He's always had good super middleweight. So he's got a very, very tall climb out. But the first gut check he failed to me because he lost to Carlos Adames, and he could have ran that fight back, and he didn't. The first gut check he failed, and that's just a draw.
Was it scored a draw? Did it come into Adames?
No, they scored it a draw, and he didn't want to run it back. He moved up. Belanga has to fight Plant first. Apparently, Plant's going to be fighting Charlo at some stage. I guess that's what they're gearing up for. Well, sorry for like we're not speaking about it. I'm listening to Raymond Ford's post-fight interview.
Tell him what he said.
Yeah, he's basically just saying that he looked for a stoppage. It didn't go. Matisse was crafty. He's got a good chin. But yeah, he didn't have any issues. Yeah, he's just saying, yeah, Matisse is a big 130-pounder. Obviously, it's new for Raymond Ford because he's moving up a weight class. He's not at 26 no more. So I guess his power's also got to, readjust and probably fighting someone who's big for the weight plus never been stopped at the weight as well. Okay, so they actually didn't ask him about Lamont Roach. They asked him about Sugar Nunes, who's supposed to be fighting Rikishi in Japan. Sugar Nunes is also signed to Eddie Hearn as well. Funny enough, for those who don't know, Sugar Nunes was supposed to fight the winner of Lee Wood and Kakashi, but Lee Wood and Kakashi, they turned their fight down. So Sugar Nunes, if he can win the world title, it looks like that's the next fight for Raymond Ford because Raymond Ford and Sugar Nunes both side to Eddie Hearn. So I actually think that fight would actually be quite entertaining because Sugar Nunes is an aggressive, come forward fighter, Mexican style, obviously being Mexican, and Raymond Ford, black slick fighter. Black and Mexicans always make good fights. Shiraz has all the gear and no bloody idea, lol. Trust me. Yeah, again, his first gut check he failed to me, so I'm never really gonna. You gotta show me, basically. You gotta show me. But yeah, thanks for you guys keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. We're gonna need that support. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. We're gonna need that support today. So if you can, just keep it coming. Shiraz says the next question was, how do we get Onana out of this team, fam? Man came for ball distribution and man is distributing 3 points at our cost. Trust me, bro. Right now, we need to get if it's Bayern there, if it's Heaton, bro. Even if we have to sign a goalkeeper on a free, bro, we just need to find a way to get this guy out of the team. You think Jai Patai can move to heavyweight and do something? To be fair, we just come from an era of massive heavyweights, and I would have said no because he's too small. But we've just seen Usyk move up, and Usyk is pretty much the smallest guy, and he's dealt with the climb quite easy. if you're skilled enough and you're talented enough, then he definitely can. I mean, Lawrence Okoli just moved up. Moses Atama's not a big heavyweight either, you know. But you do think though, you want to see a Jairo Pataya finished his work at Cruiserweight because he has an opportunity to become undisputed. He's a unified champion, Ring Magazine, WBA, and IBF. Is it WBA and IBF?
I think so.
Whatever it, I know. I think Zerdo has the WBA, but I want to see him versus Zerdo fight anyway for undisputed. So, Neon is in Boots' locker room, fam.
Neon's just some sneaky streamer. You mean the streamer Neon?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, the one with the glasses.
But there's a few people that I've seen on Instagram post that they were at the fight.
Mm.
You know them American guys. When we look back at AJ's career, do you guys think he's an overachiever? 100%. Overachiever by far. Who's earned the money that he's earned? But Nick said it a few weeks ago. Was like AJ's probably earned more accolades and money than anyone in history with his skill level. With his ability, who can you say Olympic gold medalist, two-time unified champion, made hundreds of millions of pounds with that level of skill? Who can you say that? You say that about people like Foreman and flipping Fraser and Ali and Klitschko.
I mean, he's not better than.
He's not better than
or someone like
literally that. What I'm saying, like he's not better than Lennox. And Lennox was an Olympic gold medalist and undisputed champion. Ali was an Olympic gold medalist and world champion. George Foreman, Joe Fraser, Olympic gold medalist, world champion. Vladimir Klitschko, Olympic gold medalist, world champion. Not many people are.
Yeah, he's the least talented of that list.
You know what I'm saying? So 100%, and none of them made as much money.
You can't say he's an underachiever. There's just no way.
Impossible. Zerdo got scored by versus Bivol. Jai will be too strong for him. I don't know, bro. I don't. For one, Bivol's skill level is much higher than a Jairo Pataya. Jairo Pataya likes to fight, and Mexican style. Mexican style. Bivol is kryptonite to Mexican style because he's too fluid. He moves, whereas Jairo Pataya won't be fighting like that. So I think Zerdo would have a different.
Joe's a lot easier to hit.
Yeah, he's
gonna come and meet you.
You see what Zerdo just done to Billum Smith? He walked Billum Smith down and roughed him up and beat him up. And I would say Billum Smith's bigger than Jairo Pataya, so
not as good though.
He's not as good, but the size is too strong for him. Yeah. In terms of size, Zerdo's a big guy. The issue with Zerdo is his feet ain't as fast. Yeah. So if Jai's going to be standing there, he's going to give Zerdo opportunity that he might not need. Yeah. So I think I picked Jai to win, but I don't see it the way you see it. I don't think Jai wins the way you see it. Because I think if he stands and holds his feet against Mexican style Zerdo Ramirez, he might actually get outworked. AJ will probably gonna be invited to Boxing Legends conversation.
As he should do.
He's a British legend, definitely.
No, he's a boxing legend. Like we said, look at his achievements. Gold medalist, two-time unified world champion. He's not as good as those guys, but the CV is the CV.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Jorginho was runner-up for a Ballon d'Or one year.
Yeah.
He will always be a Champions League winner, a Euro winner, and a runner-up in the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, facts.
Is he as good as other runner-ups in the Ballon d'Or?
No, of course.
Henry was a runner-up in the Ballon d'Or in 2006. He's obviously not as good as Henry.
Of course.
But it don't matter. That his achievements are his achievements. Do you know what I'm saying? So
facts.
You know.
Fondora being the tallest world champion. I saw that as well. I found that so funny.
How tall is he?
6'5", and he's a super welterweight.
I was gonna say he's new welterweight.
Yeah, super welterweight, and he's 6'5".
A man talk about Devin Haney weight bully.
Trust me. We talk about what about Benavidez, bro? Benavidez is the biggest weight bully of all time, bro. He's fighting at 190 pounds at 68. A Nick thinks he's MVP from WWE days with that nose tape. Oh yeah, remember MVP? It's the
pollen, bro. Listen, yeah, these nose strips I've got here, these nasal strips, bro. They just allow me to breathe better, bro. They're so good, honestly.
He's got the gallum sitting in his face too much. That's the problem.
How would a nasal strip solve that problem?
So I'm saying that's what's caused You
know what's so cringe about the promotion for this Eubank versus Benting, bro? They just played the actual footage of their dad's press conference and dad's fight in this. Look, their dad's pictures are all in it. I think that's so cringe.
You know what? Did you watch the trailer? I found the trailer the worst. When they put speed in it and KSI in it,
no,
you wouldn't even like it because they made it some idiot thing. You know how like the Bivol Baturbia one was like that sick.
Bivol Baturbia one was sick.
And even the Usyk and Fury one was sick, and then the 5v5 one was sick. This one was the worst one ever, bro.
But it makes sense. The worst fight.
They got KSI in it. They got actual speed in it. I can't wait for the one that they do for Ryan Garcia Devin. I can't wait for that one. That one should be entertaining.
Bro, let me tell you something about this YouTube channel thing, yeah? There's a limit to how far and how big this YouTube channel could be, bro. And I'll tell you why, yeah?
Right.
So I don't like enough people. I'm being so, bro, I wasn't even joking. I'm being so real. Like, at a certain point, yeah, like, even if we go, Shane wants us to go to some of the press conferences and do some videos at the press conferences and the blah blah. Like I'm on it, like the weigh-ins, whatever. Like man's on it. Like I'll go there and do videos and that, yeah. But man's not as like if I'm a boxer, yeah, and it's like I show. But fair enough with KSI. KSI is quite a big name in boxing, so Misfits, whatever he does big numbers in boxing. I get it. But even man going boxing, yeah, having a fight with someone, and they show I show speed in my trailer and that. Especially if I show speed is trying to chat shit, like no, I think Nick loses. I mean, shut the fuck up, like you.
I'm gonna watch it after. The trailer is so shit, fam. It's the worst.
Everyone's too friendly these days. Bro. Everyone's too
Riyadh season trailer I've ever seen.
Everyone's too friendly.
Riyadh season made some bad boy trailers.
Bro, the budget for this fight is nothing, like compared to what they usually work with.
It should be though.
Why? Because
it's a big fight, bro. This is probably gonna do more pay-per-view numbers than any Riyadh season event, bro. How are these scouted to do like 1.5 million?
Nah, surely not.
Nah, bro. People are buying it, bro. Bro.
It won't break a million.
You don't think so? Eddie's saying 1.5.
Of course, Eddie's saying that. It's his show. He's got to say that, isn't it?
So what do you think? No, you're not going to break a million?
No, I can't break a million.
People are doing the Piers Morgan thing. Everybody's buying into this thing, bro. This is a big fight, fam. A big fight. Not big fight for me, but it's a big fight, bro.
It's all because of that egg slap.
Yeah, trust me. Get off me.
Shakur called in Turkey and his guys' tower heads was too funny. What?
Yeah, that was mad. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't see any of it.
Shirky said, basically...
Shakur
said...
Why are Americans' default positions always racism? Like, no matter what American it is, like even the black Americans is just racist.
You know what it is? Because Turkey offered him less money. But this is what I'm saying. I can't wait for you. Look, you guys just wait until the video comes out that we're gonna post about Shakur Stevenson, bro. Because the truth is, bro, without revealing too much, this guy's the worst businessman of all time. Turkey is supposed to be the one offering the money for the fight. Because he's offered you less money than you thought you were going to get, you decided to call him a towel head, knowing that this guy's offering you bread. Why would you try and burn a bridge with someone who's gonna owe you? It's called a negotiation, bro. Like as you said, like these Americans, like I don't understand. Nick, care to share? Because I know you're gonna have an opinion about this.
The American education system.
It's bad.
Like I said, you've gone and got yourself a manager that never managed boxers before. They manages rappers.
Facts.
Why would Ben Whitaker go and sign with... In fact, this is exactly what Ben Whitaker would do. Go and sign with Bouncer.
Bouncer, yeah.
What serious boxer would sign with Bouncer? Let alone someone that's touted to be in like the top 5 pound for pound.
Facts.
That's insane. Can you imagine Devin Haney signing with... We ain't even got no top 5. Can you imagine Nick Ball signing with Bouncer?
Vidge.
Why? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Everyone's too friendly. Let's go back to the days of man were getting shot and that. Like, everybody's too friendly now, bro.
Yeah,
it's just why I don't like this industry.
Shakur definitely needs some assistance, bro. I can't cap.
Like, attention sells. That's why, Nick. Yeah, bro. But I'll be real. Like, I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man, some of these man, I get it. The money's there to be made.
So, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like, it's not. Yeah, and in the video, Nick does say this, but it's like you're not doing this to earn more money. You say it, but your actions are so different. Like, you said that you said that Turkey didn't offer you the money that you were supposed to get, but then you said. Then you called him a towelhead. He's gonna offer you the most money. This fight's going to purse bids. What you're basically
calling him a towerhead is going to make him offer you more or less money going forwards. So what are you doing, man?
What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, it's the same thing when you said you did that. Again, this is I'm stealing your line, but it's like you turned down the 25% against Devin. You better you might as well have taken the fight and win or lost, and then go from there.
Shakur's a baby. Shakur's actually a baby. No matter what he gets offered, he just cries about it. That's literally it. That's literally it. No matter what he gets offered, he cries about it.
Shakur seems like he's happy with people thinking.
Shakur is moving into Jesse Lingard territory. Jesse Lingard, like, he's a good football player, of course. He had some down spells, whatever. He had a loan at West Ham, and he reinvigorated his career. They said, it's great. This is a great place for you. You're doing really well here. Why don't you stay? Manager you worked with before will give you some decent wages. Why don't you stay? He said, no, I'm good. Because I think I'm on to bigger and better things. Now he plays in Korea.
Bro, we're a couple years away, but this is the truth though. Because the reason why I'm saying this is so real is because let's keep it real. Your last fight was on an undercard against Josh Padley, bro. You turned down 25% against
for an undisputed fight.
Undisputed fight.
You would have never made less than 10 million again.
So you gotta look at this from a perspective of you're happy fighting bums and beating bums, knowing that within you're happy beating tomato cans, knowing that within your spirit you're a good fighter. But that doesn't mean anything. You're happy to be a great fighter in your garden.
Yeah.
At some stage, you're gonna have to put up and shut up, bro. And he's just not willing to do that. Yeah. He wants people to overpay. Like, he's forgetting Floyd had to become Pretty Boy Floyd before he became Money Mayweather. Do you know what I'm saying? At some stage, bro, you're gonna have to make the compromise.
He's not gambled at any point.
At any stage.
He's like Adel Tarab staying at QPR his whole career and then saying, why am I not in Messi Ronaldo conversations? Did you sign for a big six club? Did you play in the Champions League?
This is exactly
Did you play for your national team? Well, who are you? Who are you?
Just because you got mad sparring stories. Like, is that real, bro? Like, you got people like Crawford vouching for you. You at some stage, bro, your resume has to vouch for you. Forget Crawford vouching for you. Forget
Boots is fighting Stanionis. We see Virgil Ortiz fight Madrimov. We see
Tiafimo fight Evan fight
Cambosis, not Cambosis, fucking Barbosa Jr.
Yeah, literally.
Barbosa Jr. might be leapfrogging you.
Bro, Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn Davis leapfrogging you now. Boots Ennis. These guys are all behind you. So you've got guys coming up that are the class below you that are going to start leapfrogging you soon.
In Roach
now.
If Roach beat Tank, he would actually leapfrog you. He would have.
And he's the class below you.
He's literally, bro. Like it's actually starting to become like.
Because you're still sitting. You're standing in the
Stephen Fulton.
Yeah.
Stephen Fulton lost to Anui. Cool, he lost to Anui. He came back and just fought Figueroa. Like, these guys are kind of surpassing you. And you turned pro as an Olympic silver medalist, bro. Your career has been dire since you've turned pro. If you actually really look at the seriousness of it, you could have.
Because man just said, like Nathaniel said, attention sells. Facts, but what doesn't sell to the masses? You've got the best defensive record. What other sport does that work in? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to pay pay-per-view prices for the best defensive?
And never had a pay-per-view.
For the best defensive. What are we talking about?
It's fine if you're willing to fight high-level opposition like Floyd was.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to fight high-level opposition.
Yeah.
You're willing to fight Padley, bro.
Yeah.
And Floyd Schofield. No offense to Schofield, but come on, bro. Imagine if I Show Speed supported Arsenal. You may have money to buy a striker.
I'm assuming that's a joke. If not, then that's just ridiculous. One of the biggest clubs in the world.
Shakur moves like a guy who has fought 10 world title fighters. He needs to achieve before he demands anything. Facts, bro. This guy's out here demanding things, and I'm like, bro, what is
this? Is like when Gyal tell you that they want to go to the most expensive restaurant and have the most expensive champagne and the most expensive caviar, and I ain't even got no pum pum yet.
Is that real?
Don't make sense.
I bet Canelo can't believe his fortune. Successfully ducks Benavidez, gets the bag from Turkey to fight a guy who... No, that fight that he's got against Skull is a part of a bigger thing.
It's a 3-fight deal.
It's a 5-fight deal.
5-fight deal.
He's got Crawford after that. And don't be surprised if Benavidez is in that deal in some way, shape, or form. If Benavidez isn't in it, Bivol's in it. So he's gonna get his ass beat in one of them fights. And then
Even Tank, look, he says it underneath.
Oh, sorry.
Even Tank fought
Garcia. No, that doesn't count.
I was going to say that don't count.
That doesn't count. Not because Garcia isn't... I mean, Garcia beat Devin, but I mean, in a sense that when you look at the context of Tank's career, the Ryan Garcia fight was definitely a cherry pick at that time. You think about the guys at 135. Ryan Garcia was definitely not anywhere near the top. Yeah. But yeah, we're literally on the verge of watching Boots versus Stanionis. Stanionis in the European attire, just basic, and
Boots looks like he's killed Sully from What's the
literally hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, everybody in the chat. Keep the comments coming because obviously, as I said at the beginning of the chat, we're gonna need your help.
My guy looks like an American Laura Woods blood.
Yeah, trust me.
They always get these basic slim blonde things.
Literally.
But yeah, bro, you could host blood.
But yeah, keep the comments coming because we need your assistance and help to stay awake in this time of desperation. You think Whittaker wins the rematch? Nick doesn't. No. I don't think so either, but he's got.
The thing is, even if he wins the rematch, it might not even be the best thing for him. The best thing for him might be to lose.
He's gonna have to do something.
He can't win the rematch. He can't win the rematch and then go and fight lower level opposition again. He can't. His career will be decimated. If he wins the rematch, he has to step up. Liam Cameron is meant to be someone you just step through. He wasn't meant to be the top tier. Liam Cameron has got way too much airtime, you know, based on not too much.
Way too much airtime.
So how if you win and you take a step backwards, that doesn't make any sense.
You kind of actually your bad performance kind of gave life a little bit of life.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll keep it real though. Like
Liam Cameron at the moment is most famous for falling over the ropes with Ben Whittaker.
I didn't have much stock. Well, no, lies. I didn't have any stock in Ben Whittaker to begin with. No. I wasn't a fan of this guy. I didn't think he was a good fighter at all. But he felt he was a great fighter, and if he wants to be at that level, I mean, there's the videos out there on Instagram and on our YouTube channel where we pretty much said, yeah, this guy's not it. But everybody thought he was. You know, we got a lot of hate for those comments, but you know,
everybody that hated on me in those comments for those videos, I would smash to pieces in a boxing ring.
It's not even just that. I don't even know where they are now. Where are you at, bro?
Yeah,
literally, come outside.
And also, I predicted when they went over the ropes and he had his injury, I said we will see no pictures of him in the hospital. We'll see no pictures of him training.
He's going to go on a hiatus.
He's going to be on a hiatus from social media. That's exactly what happened. Because we know that he wasn't really injured. So
Whittaker is a bum. Epitomizes
hiding poor fundamentals behind show.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't read today.
100%, but you can't read any day. But it's 100%. It's just that's just what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't put stock into style. And when it's early days, like that don't mean anything.
Bum, bro.
What does it mean if Arsenal piece up Blackpool in the second round of the FA Cup 4-0? What does that mean, bro?
You know, when I think boxing is the only sport that's like that, though. Like you think of a tennis player, they don't start by playing shit tennis plays to build up their record to then play Wimbledon. Do you know what I'm saying? You go
because it's a tournament though. So like when you smoke the 273rd seed, it's like safe. You shake hands and you go and play the 30th seed, and then you go and play the number 4 seed, and then we see who's what. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's literally it's like in boxing. No, the better analogy is like imagine boxing is like Wimbledon. If in the first round you beat the 250th seed, and in the second round you beat the 100th seed, and then the third round you beat the top 25th seed, and then in the fourth round you're in the semi-final you're meant to play the 5th best, and you say, "Nah, I'm not playing anymore."
Yeah,
you just leave. No, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, literally, I'm done.
Unplug the controller. I'm done. No, I don't want to play that guy. I want to play the 30th seed.
This is a fight I want to see more than any fight in boxing in the heavyweight division right now. That fight there that you just mentioned is the fight that I want.
If it's too early,
it is too early.
Okay.
But like when I said I want to see Crawford versus Spence more than anything, I said that 2-3 years before the fight happened. You know what I'm saying? You need the fight to marinate.
But now this is what I'm saying. This is what when I showed you the voice note from my boy earlier from Saudi. You know what I'm saying? We're in touch with some of the Saudi powerful people and the powers that be in Saudi Arabia.
He's in touch. I ain't in touch.
But when they said about this is going to be the best fight and the best, like bro, that fight right now is not good.
What fight?
Atoma versus Wardley.
I think it's a good fight.
Right now, I think these guys could both be top tier world competition in a year or two's time if they don't fight each other. If they fight each other right now, one of them goes way down the rankings. I think it's a little bit too early. This is what these men do. Like when my boy saying to me, "Yeah, but we're the Saudi money. We're gonna get the best fight and the best." And how do you determine who's the best? It was Frank that brought Wardley through. Do you know what I'm saying? It was Eddie that brought. It's Frank that brought Atoma through. It's Eddie that's bringing Wardley through.
He's now signed to Frank.
Okay, cool. But he was signed through Eddie. All these men know is putting together the fighters that are the best fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fight.
Like, that's what it is.
I do look at both of them as the future, though.
100%. But it's not if one of them takes a devastating loss right now.
I mean, and the loser of that fight's getting knocked out. So if I had to put my gun to my head, I'd pick to win. I'd probably pick Wardley.
I'd pick Wardley right now. Yeah, 100%. I mean, Atoma's last win was against Dempsey McKean. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, we can't. I think
the way Whittaker was toying with his opponents, which hacked him. But he was fighting. He wasn't even stopping them though.
You have to look at who his opponent is. What does that mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that don't mean anything. Like that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
You know the Lithuanian national anthem?
I do, bro. The amount of Lithuanian girl I clapped, I probably should know the Lithuanian.
I was gonna say. The Lithuanian girl nice. They got good goods. Meaty.
You wanna if it's Eastern European thing, you want like maybe a Romanian or Albanian. The Albanian thing's a peak.
Sure.
Yeah, the Lithuanian thing's a bit. I mean, it's hit and miss. But if Eastern Europeans, you want Albanian thing still.
I might try it still.
Albanians and Serbians are serious.
You think Boots is pound for pound?
That's what we're here to find out.
Not yet, anyway. He's got half a pound talent, but in terms of accomplishments, I don't think so.
That's what we're here to find out tonight. This will bring him a lot closer to pound for pound conversation.
Facts. Yeah. Which black girl they got singing this?
Suzanne Christine.
You know what?
No. I know new girl that wear them hats on their head. Like, she got tea cozy on their head.
This is one thing I hate about.
I'm muting this as well, bro. I'm muting this.
That's one thing I hate about.
I don't want to hear the American national anthem. Less of that, blood.
This is one thing I hate about
Trump slapping tariffs on everybody and all kind of foolishness.
I hate about boxing is we have their national anthems. The one thing about
hat on her head like Erykah Badu. She was Erykah Badu with that hat.
One good thing about Bivol and Batebiev is that we didn't have to listen to the Russian national anthem, bro. Yo,
that's disrespectful, bro.
But they should have though.
I think they should have as well. I think they should have as well. There's more to a country than what's happening right now.
Literally.
Unless it's Israel, that's a different conversation.
What do you mean?
Nah, never mind. Put it on an even number, bro. You put it on an odd number. That's crazy.
Who cares, bro?
Alright, that's OCD. That'll fucking bug me, bro.
Yeah, that's whatever, bro. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Everybody in the chat, let us know your predictions before the fight.
Dick hating America. What's up, fam? Nathan, you hit Nathaniel. You knew it. I hate on America every week. Every single week.
My man said you guys are the only English speaking country to
have English as a second language.
Literally, like, come on, bro. This guy's always hating on America. I told this guy you better make sure you don't go to America. I love America. You guys don't love America as much as me, bro. I love America, but. You know,
roped into foolishness. That's why.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, keep the comments coming. Let us know your predictions for the fight. Obviously, it's a bit mad because we're currently 2 hours and 3 minutes into the live. We need as much of your support and assistance as possible because it's been a bit of a long day. We're tired. We've been here. You got to give us some support. We're not even asking for a super chat. If you wanted to, you could, but we really want your attention and your engagement. So let us know what your predictions are.
I want to know who wrote the national anthem because, like, isn't it a thing in America that, like, it's always sung horribly? Like, people always mash it up.
No, Whitney Houston sang it at least.
Yeah, but obviously Whitney's Whitney. You know what I'm saying? But if you leave and all this changes here, I'm gonna clap that, big man too. Nathaniel said your food is the worst. Like, what are you talking about? The difference is
English.
Hold on, that's what I was about to come to. The difference is when you're black and from Britain, you don't think of yourself as English. Whereas when you're black and you're from America, you think of yourself as American. Do you know what I'm saying? All you man do is get food and deep fry it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
American food ain't chatting to Caribbean food.
but America doesn't have any food. None of their food is their food. What's their food? Burgers that's from steak that comes from Argentina, or fries that if they're French fries that come from. None of their food is their food. They ain't got shit. None of it's theirs.
But this is the thing, though.
None of it's theirs.
Here's the thing: what you said. You were born in Ethiopia and you still identify as American. We were born in England and we identify as Caribbean.
Yeah, we're Jamaican, bro. My food's Jamaican,
bro. So I don't know what you're talking about.
When I call my gal and say I'm making dinner tonight, she's not getting a pie and chips. She expects to come home and see curry goat and fried.
This is the difference between Americans, and this is the biggest difference that I've noticed. Even my family who I have in America, they see themselves as American. My family who I have in Canada, they see themselves as Canadian. I don't see myself as
rather have nothing than beans. Again, I don't eat beans.
I don't eat. We're not
English, bro. That's a stereotype of white English people. We're not white English people. We don't eat beans.
We don't identify. We don't
eat beans on toast, bro.
We identify as we don't even identify. We are Caribbean people. Our family are Caribbean. We grew up
even F Texa, bro. He's North African, I think, bro. Their food will slap American food, bro. I know what country you're from.
About that still.
I've been to North Africa, bro.
I don't know about that stuff.
Egyptian food, Moroccan food, Algerian food will slap American.
I don't know, but I don't know about that. I've never tried it.
You don't need to know because I'm telling you, it will slap American food. American food.
They've given America's 22% chance of winning.
America's got like the highest rate of cancer in the world with no healthcare. That country's a shambles, bro.
You guys are gonna get killed in America, bro.
Killed for what? It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. Well, you killed for speaking facts, bro. What are you talking
about? Have you not heard of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X? They were killed for speaking facts.
They can kill me then, bro.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
America came to my country and killed my prime minister, bro. In the 80s, bro.
They did.
We're still not over it, bro. Grenadians don't like Americans. If there was a war between Russia and America, most Grenadians decided Russia.
Probably.
Jamaicans be kind of split. Some Jamaicans love America.
Yeah, most Jamaicans Jamaicans are sellouts. Most Jamaicans are sellouts.
Ethiopian food is better than American food, but 100,000 times better than British food. Probably, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, we don't eat British.
I don't think it.
You're not listening.
Your comprehension skills.
You're talking to someone behind us, blood. You're not talking to me.
You're literally proving a point about Americans' education system. Because I'm like, we've literally identified. You keep talking about British, like we don't care. That's supposed to hurt my feelings. It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm Jamaican.
I'm not British, bro.
I'm Jamaican.
I'm not British. I don't know what you.
Man, eat hard food.
Literally, bro. I'm not British at all. I am.
You come here, you see how black British similar. It's similar to like we're like 20, 30 years behind America in the sense that black American culture and white American culture have merged quite a lot in the last few decades. But a black British culture and white English culture is still very separate.
If anything,
very separate.
White people pick up on black culture, then we do it there. It's like if you grew up in where I grew up or where we grew up in London. Like most white people where I grew up are more affected by black culture than the other way around.
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%. Ishmael said, "What are you eating?"
Some biscuit.
Jamaicans also worship Ethiopians. Yeah, that's true.
That's fact.
Yeah,
that is fact. And I love your women, bro. I love Ethiopian women.
East African women have
Ethiopian and
I prefer East African women to West African women.
Oh, I don't blame you, bro. Ethiopian and Eritrean women. If I found an Ethiopian or Eritrean woman, just know in 9 months I'm gonna have a pitney in it.
All East African women.
Oh my
Ethiopia,
days, bro.
Kenya.
Oh my days, bro. When you're going
Tanzania.
to Ethiopia, let me know, bro, because I'm pulling up. Them gal over there are different.
Yeah.
There might be gal who I'm chatting to right now who's watching this and they're like, "Raw, this guy would, fam, yeah."
South Africa's got some women as well.
Yeah, trust me, facts. I want to go to South Africa, but the age rate of it.
I want to go. Would you?
The age rate in South Africa is not.
What was that?
AIDS.
Oh. They don't send their best looking ones here. That's why I don't want to go America. I want to go Ethiopia. I want to get it from the source. Frank Lucas.
To the statement.
Frank Lucas, blood. I want to get it from the source.
Please show me your listening skills.
The statements, bro. Nathaniel, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This guy, he's on his own thing, bro. You think it was 3:40 in the morning for him?
Trust me. Boots is on his way out. I don't know. to some.
The best looking ones stay there or in Dubai. Nathaniel, you been Dubai? Have you been?
No, we got some bad Ethiopians in England. Are you nuts, bro? Some Ethiopian gal over here are. Bro, I remember I used to talk to this Eritrean guy. I never got no pom-pom from it, but blood. I wish I did.
It's probably best you didn't, bro. That pussy put a fucking magic spell on you, bro.
Probably. I'll probably, you know, bro, you might not even know me, bro. I might have 5-6 pitney right now.
The Ethiopian guy, their fucking pubes got dreads and braids and shit, bro. I didn't get a fucking pussy magic. I didn't get something else, bro.
I swear.
Swear down, bro. I didn't get something.
You've been with the Ethiopian girl before.
I've heard stories, bro. These guys will be putting magic spells on man, then, bro. I'm telling
Swear down. Boots is making his way to the ring right now. He looks very comfortable and calm.
He's home, innit? I know it's not home, but he's home, bro. It's not far.
Yeah, I hear that.
What's the drive from Philly to Jersey?
Hour and a half.
That's what I'm saying. That's home, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? In a country as big as America, that's home.
That's pretty much around the
corner. You know what I'm saying?
Start driving from here to Brixton.
Yeah, that's home, bro. You got to get through the Blackwall Tunnel, bro. It's all like 90 minutes to get from one side of the city to the other, bro.
Yeah, that's what them will never understand. Driving in London is actually longer than driving from state to state in some occasions. Like,
of course, I got them big highways, man. Man has just sitting at 18 miles an hour behind a cyclist, bro.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been a few times. Probably going to be there more often. Yeah, I've been to Dubai like 4 times.
Never been to Dubai. Them countries there. Well, I don't know. You always tell me that my perspective on Dubai is inaccurate.
It's not even it's inaccurate, bro. Like, if you don't like the way that black people are treated, but then you love America, bro, it's like, bro, that don't even make no sense.
The way I get treated in America is lovely.
Say no more.
It's not that. It's just the thing is, it's not even the way black people are treated. It's just I don't like the way I was treated. Forget black people, bro.
You might be moving ghetto, man. I got to see how you move, bro. If you be moving in Saudi the way you move in my house, I don't know, bro.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what it is, bro.
Remember, like Saudi culture is very different to Jamaican culture, innit?
Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, culturally, it's very different. But you just got to understand that, innit?
That guy is short, boy.
Yeah.
That guy's still in the ropes, bro.
Yeah, 100%. He's there to make Stanionis look big.
Trust me. Pause. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
But yeah, like it's one of the things. Like my little brother wants to go to Japan, innit? Like the culture in Japan is so different from here, innit? Right. It's just you're aware of it before you go, and then it's right. Look at the ref. He looks serious, bro.
Yeah, trust me.
But how do they get these big ass refs for these 147 pounders, and then there's heavyweights? They got some little man ref.
David Diamante. The time has come, guys. Boots versus Stanionis. The time has come. Man's got to wreck.
Only in America, you got tall white man, DJ Vlad looking white man with brown dreadlocks, shouting at a bunch of black men in the ring. This is ridiculous, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This can't run in England, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I know he comes in and does the show, but his American accent is. To be fair, David Diamante knows his boxing. To be fair, he's
been around.
He's been around the game.
I go to
Ethiopia every summer.
Why can't I read? I go to Ethiopia every summer. Let me know if you want me to snatch you up something.
Yeah, 100. Just show it in the podcast, bro. Just show it in the podcast, bro.
Are you mad? I'll give them the ambition and the dream of getting a visa, fam. I don't care, bro.
Chains on a 90-day fiance thing.
Bro, I'm a guy. Yeah, I'll use any trick
by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Yeah.
The words of Malcolm X, bro. By any means necessary, bro.
Malcolm's my guy, brother. Malcolm's my guy.
Trust me, bro. So if the gal feel like they're getting a visa, that's what they can feel until they feel some pipes, though. Then I feel like I forgot your name.
Post not clarity.
Trust me. Oh yeah, I don't have them powers. But bringing it to this fight though, I'm really intrigued to see what approach Boots comes with. Is he going to be boxing off the back foot? Is he going to be fighting off the front foot? Does he?
I don't really watch much UFC.
This every week.
Yeah, but combat sports fans nowadays. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man, them like both, like even Turkish. I was talking to him earlier at AFTV. He likes UFC as well. But no, we didn't really watch. We didn't really watch UFC that much, to be honest with you. If it's like a really big fight, I'll watch it. But I can't speak intelligently about it. I don't really know what I'm looking at.
For me now, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Obviously, if I see a man get a spinning back kick and fall on the floor, then I know he's knocked out.
Casual.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't, you know what I mean? I can't really analyze it in that way. Boxing, I can really analyze it. They're like grey man though. We're Jamaican, man. Everyone likes that.
Trust me, you're from Ethiopia, so
Jamaica, yeah, is the leading country for women and sex tourism. Women fly from around the world to go to Jamaica to get piped, bruv. Jamaican pipe is famous.
Famous, bro.
Famous pipe.
Like, I keep it so real. I go anywhere in any country and get gal. One, I got a brilliant I just got brilliant confidence. But once Jamaicans have ridiculous levels of just charisma. You know what I'm saying? So gal will never be our
Jamaicans can get away with saying things that other man can't get away with saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only Jamaican man can look a woman up and down and go, "Oh, big Betty girl." You know what I'm saying? The girl just start smirking.
Yeah,
that's it. You just say the rudest shit, bro, and I'll just start smirking and giggling. My dad always told me when you go on holiday, especially when you travel, do not tell people you're English. Tell them you're Jamaican.
Especially if you're traveling in Europe.
Mm.
In America, you get away with it. In America,
you say you're British, stay British, yeah.
But if you're in Europe, definitely.
Americans love British people, but yeah.
Facts. In Europe, yard all the time.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm in Dam, all my days, bro. They love. But yeah, the fight's about to start. Let's get this started.
Final prediction, Shane.
Boots points.
Boots round 11.
Cool.
Round 1, we're on.
Boots does look like he's fighting behind the jab today.
Immediately changing levels. That's one thing I didn't really see from Ford a lot. He did throw some body shots, but he throws them from quite an upright position. He doesn't really actually change levels that much.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And we're probably gonna have to score this fight, aren't we?
We are.
We spit in patois over his. Man don't even need it. Man I can. That's one of the things that every white girl asks me. I'm not gonna lie. Can you speak patois? I'm like, yeah. They're like, can you do it? I'm like, no, I'm not like this. This is cringe. I'm just gonna sit here and do that on a random
I have to be talking.
Exactly. Yeah. I need to be smelling some crushed up pimento seeds.
You can tell Stanionis is just coming forward behind that high guard, trying to cause pressure, but his feet is just so much slower than Boots.
You mentioned before about the guy Raymond Ford is fighting. Has Stanionis been stopped, or is he unbeaten?
No, he's undefeated. He's never even lost the fight. So this is someone's always got to go in it.
Yeah.
Again, Stanionis wants to get up close. He can't allow Boots to tie up though, because at long range, Boots is going to win the fight. That's a good uppercut there from Boots. It's not hard for
Nathaniel and F Texia say both say Boots on points. They're both going Boots on points as well.
Maybe once he starts establishing a jab, he might think, let me start landing a bit more. What a good body shot there from Boots. I mean, Stanionis isn't getting... His feet is just not fast enough. Whoa, he almost landed a good left hook there. Did he land it?
I think it did land.
He's switched to southpaw now. You can tell he's definitely using his legs, but Stanionis is coming behind a really good high guard.
The press from Stanionis is making Boots have to be very active. And can Boots keep up this?
That's a question. That's a good question. Good jab again from Stanionis.
Because Stanionis is so dangerous, unlike the guy that Raymond Ford fought, I know it's a smaller weight class, but because he's so dangerous, when he comes close to you, you have to punch him.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Your attack is almost your best form of defense, but it makes you very active.
But again, can you sustain that?
Can you sustain that?
Bruce is going to have to land something that's going to make him respect his power. It can't be just a single shot.
Yeah.
And it can't just be a pity-patty shot. It's got to be a power punch that's going to say, you know what, Bart, like, be careful when you're coming through. He definitely is changing the levels, and obviously that jab is working on overtime right now. But what I don't like is Boots is leaving with his chin, hands down, chin up.
He's starting to get the showboating going already in round 1, which I don't really like.
Yeah. He hasn't really...
Unless you get it out of your system, maybe, and then you knuckle down into a good fight.
Maybe you have to get hit before you have to do that. It's just sometimes I'd want Boots to bring his hands home instead of just leaning back.
Yeah.
That's a Boots round. Definitely a Boots round.
Yeah, Stanionis just putting good pressure Nathaniel said he likes how Boots has started.
Yeah, it's whether he can sustain it. That's pretty much
that's the only thing, because Stanionis is just going to keep walking forwards, and like you say, Boots is unlikely to land a single that gets his respect. Boots can get Stanionis' respect, but by chipping away at him, he's not going to land a single punch that's going to make him really take a step back. That's the difficulty. But I'll give that a Boots round for me. What do you think? Anybody disagree?
Yeah, let us know. What do you guys think?
Are we standing up between rounds as well? He's not sitting down between rounds.
Yeah, see, I'm annoyed because I would have wanted to see what his dad would have said to him, because his dad would have noticed things that I've noticed, specifically in terms of leaving. Like, look at that. Where's your hands? Your hands are by your side. Your hands, leave with your hands up or leave low. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure about the uppercut.
You did say what has happened to the uppercut in.
I did, but against these styles don't give me uppercut vibes. That he's going to get caught if his hands are low. To do the uppercut, you have to take your head offline.
Yeah.
That makes you super susceptible to an overhand, and then your hands have to be low because you're trying to sweep up with the uppercut. Yeah. I don't like an uppercut against Stanionis. You're best off jabs, straight punches, keeping him at distance. If you have to win an uppercut, the body shot uppercut, which he just landed, the head uppercut, you shouldn't need to do it. If you need to throw that punch, then you're already in trouble. He's tried to go for the uppercut twice, and Stanionis has pounced on him both times. Yeah.
I mean, when you throw the uppercut, it automatically gives up range.
Yeah. He landed it that time.
Yeah, it did.
That's the third time.
He's going to have to land something that's going to get Stanionis' respect. But his long-range boxing is really good.
Yeah. 1-0 Boots, Nathaniel said. Ishmael said, can Chisora beat Usyk? Gave him a hard fight. The first fight, he's got mad confidence right now. Absolutely not. No, he gave him a good fight the first time because it was his first fight at heavyweight. It's the biggest, heaviest guy he's ever fought. Now he's acclimatized to the weight. Absolutely no way.
Chance. No. And it's an older Chisora.
And an older Chisora as well. He'll box his head off.
Comfortably. Good shot from Boots.
He disappointed me last time pushing for stoppage, but you better tell him to be smart this time. The
showboating has already come out from Boots already, which whoa. See what I'm saying? Yep. That left hook is gonna be a problem for Boots. If Boots keeps his hands down.
I definitely think Boots has begun to get Stanionis' respect though.
Definitely. He's definitely
turning into a bit of a firefight.
Yeah, definitely. He's trying to counter and slip and counter. He's now gone back into orthodox. You can tell this guy's got so much skill. The skill levels of Boots is crazy, but he can
hands
get overconfident and get caught.
All overconfidence, yeah.
That's a brilliant uppercut.
That's a great uppercut. Again, that's the lateral movement I was looking for from forward that I didn't see. Because that uppercut comes from sideways.
Stanionis done well there. He made it hard for Boots to tie up. He made it hard for Boots to tie up. Boots won't be looking to tie up anytime soon after that. Watch how long it's going to take for Boots to tie up again, because he made it hard for him to tie up.
Yeah, and Boots switching stances back into southpaw, and like the commentaries are saying, he's going to have to use everything. Everything is in his toolbox.
Because Stanionis is going to be there all night, and he's going to keep coming forward, and he's always going to be dangerous with those overhands. But as I said, he's got a better skills, so you just got to let the skills speak.
100%. It's another 10-9 round for me.
Facts. At some stage, though, one of them punches are going to land, and I want to see that land flush. I want to see what that does. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Pitbull Cruz versus Ball, entertaining.
There's a big weight discrepancy, though. Pitbull Cruz is fighting at 40 now.
What's Nick Ball? 126?
It's a big, it's 14 pounds. It's a big, and remember, you got Nick Ball's small, bro. Very this guy is smaller than a spliff.
Yeah, it's very small.
Bro, it's better if you see someone like.
It's like they give me a fucking headache, bro. I don't know. It's just turn it off.
See, look, again, that's 2 left hooks that's landed 2 rounds.
He's lucky that he saw that, do you mean? That's the thing. He moved his chin out of the way because he knew it. He obviously connected, but he saw it coming. So he didn't do as much damage. That's a great uppercut. That's the shot his dad was looking for.
Yeah, but he just needs to. If you're going to not use your hands, you got to leave low. Leave with your head down.
Yeah.
Because you think you could be a case of like if he was fighting like a Ryan Garcia, he's got a much, quicker left hook, sharper left hook. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight with your hands low. Can't really.
Nathaniel's got it 2-0. The style matchup makes Boots look really, really good. Yeah, but down the stretch, I think less so. It's going to start to get really
when
difficult.
the athleticism isn't as much of a factor at this point. Boots is still fresh, and he's way more athletic than Stanionis. But Stanionis is game.
Ahmad Diallo's here. Shout out Ahmad Diallo.
Good shot. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button for those who haven't. Back to southpaw. What a uppercut.
Here's the thing. Not only is this style, is the technical boxing far better than Ben Whitaker, but he's doing this at world level.
Trust me. Trust me.
And you feel like, I feel almost like him doing the showboating is part of his style.
Oh, that was a big right hand from Stanionis.
It's a huge
That was a big right hand from Stanionis.
Probably the best punch of the fight.
Probably. And this is probably where you say you get overconfident. This is what you spoke about in the fight. I'm
not sure that's a knockdown.
No, it's not.
Hit him down the back of the head. You
did speak about this in the build up to the fight, where is Boots just when he gets overconfident and he's putting on a show in a crowd, being home. Do you know what I'm saying? It's still a home crowd.
Yeah.
You can hear the crowd through the speakers. Like every time he does a show, but every time he does something, he's gonna get. And because he's getting success attacking, he's gonna want to attack more.
Like Nine says in his rap, they killed Nipsey Hussle on his own block. So I'm saying sometimes you're more vulnerable on your own block than you are out the hood. If you're in a different hood, you got your head on the swivel. Your AirPods aren't in. You know what I'm saying? But you're walking through your own ends with both AirPods in, not really watching what I got on.
Literally.
Stanionis just rested in Boots.
That's what I'm saying.
Tap the energy out.
That on those clinches, Stanionis.
I think it's a Boots round because it's just that one punch. Well, it's two punches now.
But Stanionis is getting way more confidence and way more success because Boots is being a little bit more reckless.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Both going for uppercuts.
Good shot.
Great shots. A great shots exchange, to be fair. Stanionis stands with his feet very square, and that makes him look so off balance.
I want to know what Boots' dad says in the corner in the next round, so I'm not going to speak much because I want to know if the game plan is to hold his feet at times and bang with, I was going to say a madness.
Oh, yo. Still showboating.
You got caught there.
Every time he showboats, he gets caught.
Yes.
It makes him seem almost unlikable to me. Honestly,
it's not that it's unlikely. I hear what you're saying. It's just the fact that I just don't feel like it's necessary. So yeah, he's saying bring his hands back up because he's always keeping his hands low.
Yeah,
and that's the right advice that his dad's giving him. Let's see if he listens to his father. He doesn't bring his hands back up. Even then, it was hard for his dad to even get his attention in the corner.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, this is what happens when you're in your hometown. You're talking to people outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you almost need that Devin Haney experience where you go Australia and you have to you're just the only person you got is your own team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Amadali said, have you seen Atoma's interview? He said, I have better skill than Usyk in the early rounds, but I want to test myself in the late rounds. Atoma's on crack if he said that.
But he's going to think that, isn't it?
Stanionis, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to think that's ridiculous. Stanionis looks bigger. Man looks like a middleweight.
I think
Boots looks bigger.
Boots looks big. Boots looks big. I mean, Stanionis looks big as well. His frame, like if you look at his actual frame, but
we're into round 4, by the way.
Good shot from Boots. Good shot from Stanionis. Now he is listening because he is keeping that hand high, especially in southpaw when he's throwing the uppercut. But when
he's using that right elbow and shoulder for his defense, and then he can try to tee off on that jab.
Indeed,
I think he's going to coil it. It's going to coil that right shoulder, and then let the left hand go.
That shot was, well caught. Before he was trying to lean back Now he's catching it. Good shot. That's a brilliant combination from
It's the
Boots.
first successful showboat he's done. But look, as soon as he showboats now, he's starting to just show off again.
But it's the recklessness at times. It's not the fact. It's not anything down to skill or lack of skill. It's the recklessness. It's the temperament that you want to see.
That's still part of boxing, right?
That was a good catch because he would have got caught with a big shot there.
Stanionis is loading up with punches as well.
Yeah, definitely. Because he knows that he ain't gonna be able to
land consistently.
So you got to make the punches you do land count.
Yeah.
Stanionis has got a real good high guard though, because even when he is getting caught, he's getting caught with shots that's also being partially blocked.
He often just looks so off balance to me.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, he's always having to punch on the move. What an uppercut. Good job. Good shot.
Nice, good move. That's lovely. He needs to be hit with a couple of punches, but just to keep him in the fight.
Because he kind of almost gets bored. Like sometimes with a fight not being competitive in terms of
Aaron Ramsdale of boxing.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. Aaron Ramsdale's a good comparison.
Yeah, I think he is backing himself, but Usyk lose most of his early rounds because he is studying the opponent, right?
Rarely is that the case. I think people get that confused in Loma.
Usyk does not need to study. Also, Loma might do that against top-level opposition. What is to study if he's standing with Itoma? Moses Itoma. Usyk, one of the greatest boxers of all time. What the fuck does Moses Itoma have that he has to even study? What's this, like you're a big light-skinned brother from Kent?
Literally.
What else have I got to study? You know what I'm saying? Your dinner last night was jerk chicken and chips and beans on toast. What's to study about you? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's bro. No,
this guy's you should have like 300 and something.
300 and something amateur fights, bro.
Yeah, come on.
What are you talking about, bro?
Come on, bro. I've had more fights than you've had hot dinners, bro.
Your best win is Dempsey McKean.
Yeah,
I've beat AJ twice and Fury twice.
Fury twice, yeah.
Miller pressing Wardley about a diss track will never not be that Wardley never made is too funny.
Yeah, I don't even find that funny. I just find that quite
cringe and embarrassing. Yeah,
and embarrassing, bro. Like I'm not normally embarrassed for people, but I'm embarrassed for flipping Miller. Miller's embarrassing.
Yeah, and if I said he looks better, Boots looks better in orthodox. I think that's probably true, but
I think he's got to keep changing. I think that sometimes you've got to keep changing because when you're a southpaw, sometimes it's hard for southpaws to land. For orthodox fighters to land left hands, especially if it's counter left hands. So.
It's good inside work from Stanionis.
Definitely, and he's getting Boots to work.
When he doesn't
want to be working, you know, even when he's trying to tie up, he's trying to take a risk. But Boots is.
Look at the amount thrown 300 punches, and it's only not even halfway through round 5.
Yeah, he's almost had to overthrow. Oh, that's a good shot from Stanionis. This is probably Stanionis' best round.
I think so.
This is probably Stanionis' best round.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Stanionis for this round so far.
Again, that's a brilliant shot. The commentators they're listening. But yeah, this is probably Stanionis' best round. Is this going to be a case of this is going to be how the fight goes moving forward? It's going to be a fight of two halves, or is it just an isolated round where Boots is taking?
I think Stanionis, if it goes to points, will probably win 3 rounds, and they'll be dotted out around the fight.
Yeah, fair enough. I think this round
win 5-9 and 12 or something like that, and then it'd be a 9-3. But it'll still be a convincing Boots win on points. But
I think Stanionis, though, one thing he is showing is why he's such a high level of position, because if you don't have the skill level, if you don't have the athleticism of the Boots, then you're now relying on grit. And this guy's got flipping grit and determination. You can fight him first like a Conor Ben.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it does look like Boots has done some damage to Stanionis. Yeah. Stanionis is now backing up for the first time in the fight, and it looks like it's involuntary.
He's just holding his guard now. He's not throwing punches. There is some blood on the top of the head. I don't know if it's...
Good counter shot from Boots again.
Stanionis showing his fighting instincts as well. He's hurt, so he's going to start throwing punches rather than going into his shell. I would still give this potentially a Stanionis round.
I can't.
I would still give this a Stanionis.
I can't. His nose is bust. His nose, and that's going to affect breathing down the stretch as well. You think Boots can get the stoppage in this fight?
I do, yeah. I've said that I think Boots stops in round 10, 11. I agree. His confidence is on the roof now.
I mean,
Nathaniel said using skills and wanting to show your skills are two different things. That's why he loses if he fights Crawford.
I think
Stanionis.
Boots. I think Boots is a naturally confident guy anyway. You can clearly see that. Like, his self-belief is ridiculous. Like, he was showboating in round 1.
Yeah.
So that's just his way of being. And I think Nick was talking about like his difference with a Ben Whittaker and like a Boots. Boots is naturally a confident guy. That's who he is. That's how he wants to be.
The difference as well, like between him and Ben Whittaker, is that his confidence and his showboating is throwing off his opponent at times.
Yeah.
He's showboating right close when they're nose to nose. Ben Whittaker is boxing someone, runs to the other side of the ring, does some other jokes and stuff, and then gets back into the fight. I mean, he's not doing it in the flow of the fight. Doing a step over and getting past your opponent is different to just doing a step over when there's no one near you.
Yeah,
they're both step overs, but one's way more effective than the other.
Facts, like Ronaldinho and Adnan Januzaj is two different plays. But
Ronaldinho and Anthony, but they might both do step overs.
Yeah, facts.
I'm still giving that last round to those punches did have a big effect on Stanionis, but
good shot from Boots.
I think the Stanionis was better across the 3-minute round, so I just gave that round to Stanionis.
I probably gave that round still to Boots, but I hear you though. I hear you. It's probably Stanionis' best round. Definitely Stanionis' best round in terms of shots landed. But it also meant that he was more aggressive and then got punches landed on him. In terms of Crawford, I agree. I think Crawford does beat Boots, but I think the difference is Crawford doesn't fight a Boots. Like, Crawford doesn't fight that style. You almost have to figure someone like that out in the ring. Do you get what I'm saying? So there is going to be so much elements to that fight that you just won't see. Like, there's so many things that you're going to figure out about Crawford that we didn't even know about Crawford in that fight. You know, he doesn't... Errol Spence wasn't a slick showboating fighter. Errol Spence is a bit similar to Stanionis. Just walks down behind the high guard with pressure.
I think now we're seeing that Boots, if he stays disciplined, could start to pull away in this fight.
Definitely.
I don't think that he will, though, because I don't think he can stay disciplined.
Temperament, innit?
Yeah, I just don't think he has it in him.
I mean, he's back
in changing levels again,
and he's gone back to orthodox now. Yeah. He's fighting the first,
and he's beginning to back Stanionis up now.
I do think
when he's throwing punches, he's backing Stanionis up. And before, in the first 2 rounds, he wasn't.
Good catch.
Januzaj is the last best winger to what we watched at Man United. He said.
No, I don't think so.
Not rating Martial, no.
Well, we had Mason Greenwood, fam. Before he's raping off the galleon.
Oh my goodness.
Now Stanionis is in trouble. Stanionis is in trouble. He's gone down. He's taken a knee. Stanionis has taken
round 6. He's gone down
after a triple uppercut.
He got straight back up, but it's the body shots that's doing it to him.
Yeah, it's a 3 uppercuts to the body, and then I think he got caught with like a glancing punch to the head.
This is the thing. He let Boots get into a flow. He's going to start throwing punches now, Stanionis, surely, because he's a good fighter. But he let Boots get into a flow without answering his punches. And again, I said earlier, your attack is your best form of defense.
Yeah, of course.
You just letting a man punch you 5-10 times with no reply. Great left hook from Stanionis again.
Ooh, that's a good left hook.
He whips those hooks in. Stanionis has done really, really well there. He's stumbled, but when you've been dropped, to fight back the way that he did was really, really impressive.
Shakur Stevenson, Des Richardson, Hitchens. Shakur
Stevenson. Big ass guy. What's he trying to see into the future? Fucking big ass magnifying glass bastard.
Man looks like a nerd.
Bro, what's he trying to do?
Bro, what is he doing with them glasses? I think at some stage the corner actually might stop it, you know.
To turn it around as well, so
yeah,
very, very damaging blow to any hopes of Stanionis winning on points. I mean, you know, that is pretty much gone already.
Literally.
We may see the corner throw in the towel because we're going into round 7 after this. They've done it now. They've done it now. There you go.
Thrown in the towel.
There you go. That's why
I'm getting gas.
I was just about to say. They know that they're not gonna. He's not gonna put it back,
and he's just taking damage at this.
He can't put it back on points. It was pretty much a shutout. It was 6-0 on your scorecard, 7-0 if you include the knockdown. He would have had to win every single round. He's probably not going to win every single round.
And the momentum wasn't
in his favor, so he would have just been holding licks. So I said round 11, round 10, round 11, but it's round 6. I thought he'd get the stoppage.
That was you did say that. You did think it was going to be later, but that was impressive performance. I can't lie. That was impressive.
And bear in mind, he's done that with the showboating. He's done it his style. Yes, his dad's coached him through it a little bit, but he's done it in the style that he wanted to do it as well. Do you know, which I think is really important to his confidence.
I want to hear. I want to hear what Eddie Hearn's going to. You know,
good win for Boots. Diallo said, "Yeah, absolutely."
He now becomes the IBF, WBA, and a Ring Magazine World Champion. Eddie Hearn's going to put some money behind the next fight.
It's be interesting to see where the next fight happens.
Well, we got that video where we spoke about who's going to be next. You know, so that was impressive, though. That was impressive. That was very much impressive. Well done, because.
I don't like when fighters showboat mid-fight though. What do you mean? When do they showboat then? Before the fight?
You're at the showboat.
That don't make any sense. They're in the fight with the person. That's
the whole point.
Yeah. Nathaniel said he just did that to a world champion.
Literally, an undefeated world champion.
Yeah, undefeated and never been stopped.
Literally.
Yeah, when they made him retire in the corner. See, look at the relationship there. Yeah, I mean, that's a genuine relationship.
Literally. Remember when Eddie Hearn, when Bivol won the world title, this man almost fell to his knees. But now he becomes unified world champion. That is a very impressive performance. Though.
Nah, when you lose, it's mad. What do you mean?
When you lose after showboating, it is mad. But that's the risk you run, innit?
Yeah, but it's the same in any sport. That's sport, innit?
What's that guy? Nick Kyrgios from tennis when he showboats.
Kyrgios, yeah. Kyrgios, yeah. He's a character, isn't he? He's a big he's like the Neil Mopé of tennis. But he does madness. He'll talk to the crowd, chat their shit, blah blah blah. But then he still might lose. But tennis is one of them sports. He's going home with millions in his pocket regardless. So they don't care. Rody Romero versus Ryan Garcia is going to be the shortest fight on that card.
Probably.
That's going to be the short.
Yeah, I mean, Devin's probably going the distance.
Ryan Garcia is looking for a stoppage. Rody's looking for a stoppage. They're both just going to throw punches. Who lands first? Whatever.
Yeah,
done. Do you know what I mean? But that's a great performance from Boots. That is a great performance from Boots. I mean, and what's really impressive about that performance is that it wasn't perfect. And so what that means is, even though he stops Stanionis in 6 rounds, there's a level, possibly 2 levels that I think he can go up.
He can go up to
because there's a lot of. It wasn't just perfect. There are a lot of places that he can improve.
Stanionis, maybe if he felt a bit more of a threat, he might have been more.
Haney would get pieced up. Here we go. He might. Him versus Haney's a really good fight.
He might, but here's the thing. Haney. The thing what you forget to say is Haney was a guy who would actually take the fight. So you got to give him credit for that.
Evan Haney versus Boots is a great fight. Great fight.
Boots,
I think it's a 50-50 fight.
You think so?
I think it's probably 60.
It depends on where
it does depend on where it is.
Haney's head is mentally.
Depends where it is as well.
If Haney,
imagine that fight in Saudi. You've got to lean towards Haney.
I mean, on the road, innit?
Yeah.
But Haney,
because Haney's a traveling fighter. That's what he's got going in his favor.
No, but I have to see Haney again. I have to see Haney.
Yeah, we got to
against
see what
Ryan.
kind of, yeah.
I need to see Haney against Ryan. If Haney goes out there and scores Ryan like he should have, then boy, then I want to see that fight.
Him versus Haney is a close chess match in my opinion. I agree. I agree with that. It's too
he can't
simple.
He can't showboat against Boots.
It's too simple an analysis to say Haney lost against Ryan Garcia, therefore he loses against Boots. This is Boots' best performance, by the way. Boots put on a stinky performance last fight. Imagine, it's not just what Devin Haney are we getting, what Boots are we getting? If we get the Boots of last fight...
Facts. I'm going to get to that point in a second.
You know, we're doing a show, bro. I'm just lent for you.
Sorry.
How the terrific fighter you had in front of you, undefeated guy, former Olympian. You might have won every single round, plus that 10-8 round. What was working for you in the ring?
Yeah.
I really want Rody to beat Garcia. He chats too much shit. And
Devin has to get that lick back.
I don't know if he can.
You could definitely can.
Haney versus Boots would be a good fight, in my opinion. A very high technical ceiling. Yeah.
Facts. The uppercuts to the face. It wasn't even to the body.
His dad said he's craning down, so the uppercuts to the head are there.
Facts.
He had to time it right. Good right hand. And once he's in the corner, that's what I'm talking about, backing him up.
Yeah, facts.
Sorry, guys, we're just listening to his post-match.
Literally.
Post-fight.
We're just going to get to that. I'm going to get to the Haney versus Boots comment in a second.
Over the last few months, I know bothered you. How much of that did you bring into the ring tonight?
My man's still on the left, bro. He's more
trust
bro. He's not even Jehovah's Witness. He's just Jehovah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's Jehovah himself, bro.
Trust me. That's the city where you're going to the pearly gates.
100%. Meet me at the spot. Here we go. What's Eddie got to say for himself?
Tonight, that was a performance of one of the best fighters in the sport, Boston. Now the unified world champion, ring magazine champion, by far the best fighter in the division. He's going to be around for a long time, 47, 54, 60. It's all coming. You really see the true greatness. Now he makes his way onto the mountain of mountains. Got to fight the other champions. The future is so bright. He's the future of the sport, Boston. And what a great man from a great city in Philadelphia. You will be so proud of him.
Ishmael said, Eddie is the biggest waffler ever.
Bro, you don't know Eddie.
He's a promoter, innit? He's a salesman. That's his job. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm saying he's the best fighter in the world, but
You'll be making some decisions to help him make those decisions. What's your first call on Monday? Listen, the first call is Boots wanting to unify, wanting to fight as the champions.
He's going to say Boots is the boss.
Facts.
Champions, win our belt. Stay patient, and it paid off tonight. Now the sit as a team, Posey, Edward, Fox, such a great team of people. And by the way, this is a guy that's traced his greatness. That's not important. It's about legacy, and it's about proving to everyone that he's the best fighter in the world. And it's a joy to work with. Because all you want to do is give the fans the best fights. And he can do that consistently over the next 5, 6, 7 years. This is a true champion. What you saw tonight is just a snippet of what's to come. So many names I want to call out, but I'm not going to do it. Tonight belongs to Jaron Ennis. What style, what fight. Congratulations, Eddie. Congratulations for the phenomenal performance.
Yeah. Sorry. So the thing is, yeah, before we wrap up, thank you guys for being in the stream as well.
Boots stops Haney would be a good technical fight, but Boots too much for Haney. Bro, Haney's naturally bigger. I think
No, Boots is bigger.
Boots is bigger.
He's at 47. This guy could be fighting at 54. Boots just Haney's fat.
Haney's fat as fuck, bro.
Haney was fighting at lightweight, but
yeah, true.
For me, Boots is what he done in this fight. You will not be able to do against Devin, which he won that fight at long range and he forced Stanionis to come forward. Devin is arguably one of the best fighters in the world at long range. Him, Dimitri Bivol, Usyk. So at that range, what Boots found comfortable and he was able to win rounds at that range. What you would have to see is you would see a Boots who's walking forward against Devin. You won't see a Boots fighting off the back foot against Devin because you couldn't. You're not saying you couldn't, but it would be a hard fight to win that fight at long range. If he's coming forward, all of a sudden, that presents a whole different, level of skills that he would have to show, He would have to show a level of athleticism. There was a clear speed and athleticism disparity between Boots and Stanionis. We're talking about a guy who fought tooth and nail technically with Lomachenko, Lomachenko is as technical as it gets. So I think you guys underestimate again. It's where Devin Haney's head is.
Ismail said he's a slimy guy and he left Haney as soon as he lost. He wasn't promoting him for the loss.
He wasn't promoting him.
He wasn't. Haney left him before that.
Haney decided to do the Ryan Garcia fight without Eddie. He said that himself. He wanted to do that fight on his own. Bill Haney and Devin, one thing you got to know about them, they want to be the boss, bro. They're going to be the boss, so that's where it is.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn literally wasn't with him for that fight. So how does Boots versus Ryan go? Boots is technically 2 levels above Ryan, maybe 3 levels above Ryan. Ryan's got a puncher's chance. It's just the same as, I don't know, Chisora fighting Usyk. He's got a puncher's chance, but...
I mean, I think it could look very... similar to, at times it would look similar to Devin versus Ryan, where Devin was absolutely out schooling him. The difference is, Ryan got caught, Devin got caught with some big shots. Boots will get caught with some big shots. I'd probably say Boots is probably bigger and stronger, so he has probably slightly better punch resilience, but I can't see it going any different. And Boots got more power than Devin, though.
Yeah. I want Haney convinced to win against Ryan. That's what everybody
wants. That's what I definitely want. That's what I'm saying. Devin's got to get that lick back. But
that's it.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. This is
how come Haney fights at catchweight?
Because Haney wants to move to 47, but Ramirez is a 40 pounder, so they fighting at catchweight. And because it's not for a belt, you might as well, wouldn't it? But hit the like.
Do you think Eddie will take any satisfaction in? Well, I think he will. But if Boots can fight Haney and beat him,
of course he would. Vindication, innit? Vindication. You put a lot of money behind Devin, and now you're putting a lot of money behind Boots.
Yeah.
If Boots beats Devin, of course it'd be like you put money behind Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi. Buatsi lost. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, you saw the celebration he did there.
Exactly.
I think Bill Haney will have something to say if he celebrates hard against Devin with Devin losing. I think he'll definitely have some words, but
yeah, definitely. But
is what it is.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe
like the video, subscribe. We are gonna bounce. It's 4:23 in the morning right here. I got about 5 hours sleep. to get through before I have to get up tomorrow morning. So, I mean, just looking at those stats, he threw nearly 200 punches and landed 65 punches.
Yeah.
Is there any part of you that feels that Stanionis was disappointing, or he just did what he could do?
I thought he done what I thought he would do. I just felt that his athleticism just wasn't at Jaron Ennis's level, and it was a clear disparity between speed. And when it's a physical disadvantage, then I'm like, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
If it's a technical disadvantage or a heart thing or psychological, you got the game plan wrong, then I criticize you. But he was just physically not good enough.
Yeah.
His feet wasn't fast enough. His hands wasn't fast enough. His head movement wasn't fast enough. He wasn't strong enough. He wasn't, he just didn't have the range, the reach, the understanding of distance. His body wasn't physically capable to fight the style that Boots was fighting.
Yeah.
So
a couple of people have asked if we're doing the Real Madrid watch along next. I'll either be on here or on AFTV. If I'm on here, you're gonna come over. It's not gonna be a big game.
What day is it?
Wednesday.
I'll have to let you know because I might be working. I'll have to let you know.
It will either be on here. If I'm not on here, I'll be on AFTV at the watch along with them at the watch party. But I'll let you guys know.
I would love to hear if you lot lost though.
That's what I'm saying. Like for the drama, like just for like. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you lot won, then it's shit.
Right,
but you lot are gonna win. You lot are gonna win. You lot are gonna win.
I think we lose on the day, but we go through.
Nah, you lot are gonna win, bro.
Well, at the Bernabeu, like losing that.
Nah, you lot are gonna win
in the 90-minute game.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Man, then like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are out. I need to get some sleep. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace and love every time.